I missed two there. Oh, Chogat and Eminence. Guys, thank you very much. I don't know what happened to those donations, why they didn't pop up on screen there. Oh gosh, everything's falling apart. I think we're good this time around. But guys, thank you for those donations. I don't know what happened there. Oh, that's so frustrating. It's like my Twitch alerts aren't working right now. Restart these things. Okay, I think we're hopefully back in action here. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I missed those donations. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you guys are still in the chat here. So thank you very much. Definitely my hat goes off to you guys. And yeah, I honestly have no idea. It wasn't my internet. It was actually OBS that just did multiple crashes there. I had switched my back-end settings so that the quality would look a lot higher, so it probably looks a little bit lower now. But I think the crashes are over, which is good. So I'm gonna actually play with the game on back on 1 speed, and I'm just staring at the OBS settings to make sure nothing's. Yeah, this is so much easier on my computer. Holy goodness. Okay, that's good. Knock on wood. Right. Oh, what commercial was it for? Baby Driver or whatever? Is that for that movie? That's the one I was getting the other day. And I really want to see that movie actually. Wow, this runs so much better. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna keep this setting for the short term. Oh, Charmin. Oh, nope, not what I was thinking. Okay, so guys, we are back at it. Sorry for all the delays. Like, for the life of me, of course, this kind of stuff has to happen, right? Yeah, let's go back to work here. But yeah, Movement Mod, that was kind of like just the end that. It's like the greatest mod ever. There's so much you can do with it. I imagine one day that could be possibly added to the base game. Just because of how like insanely helpful it actually is. Alright, so I was thinking of having just some like shipping containers and some like oil storage, like that kind of stuff in and around here. And it'd be cool to have the monorail just kind of like sneak on by. That's a little bit close, but something kind of to this effect. I don't have like shipping containers on that side or whatever. Just making sure we're still pretty good here for my stream settings. I think so. Anyway, guys, I also I appreciate the patience when it comes to this kind of stuff. Like I'm very guilty of it myself. You know, when the stream goes down, I'm like, well, let's see who else is streaming. So I appreciate you guys checking back in after a few minutes. In a perfect world, obviously everything just works right off the get-go, but that is never the case. Let's use a couple smaller ones. Let's have a little road thing go through here. And I'm gonna have like a little drop-off point for the trucks to go in and like theoretically load and unload the fuel. That looks cool. Just with this, kind of with that hill thing. Uptime 3 minutes? Yeah, we did it, boys. We did it. So yeah, we've officially, I guess, been streaming since I don't even know, maybe 7:30, so maybe just over an hour total. And even though it's in pieces, I'll still upload this to the YouTube channel. Hopefully this is the last segment. I might not upload that little minute kind of segment in the middle. So it might just be the two parts or whatever. But you guys will get it. So something like that is kind of like, you know, way in with trucks. Surface paint that. And then I don't think I can place it down until we buy the tile. But I was thinking of using like, you know, like this kind of stuff over here, right? Oh, I can't place them down. Cool. So I would do maybe even this one. Go to here. Put that in. I'll make this super long even. That's SimCity music, I love it! Feels weird playing City Skylines with SimCity music, but yeah, so something like this, right? And we'd like obviously level that out. But I mean, that's kind of cool though. Like imagine you're on this monorail, like going to work, and like you go over top of like a freight yard. I mean, it's just visually kind of fun, I think, right? But yeah, Meat Thunder, yeah, I your comments earlier, yeah, definitely Wednesdays. Very little random last minute idea to stream today. But my thought process on that is I'll be streaming on Friday, but not playing this. And this city is really growing on me, so I wanted to work on it. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing a 12-hour stream, guys, on Friday with our good friend Azili. And we're going to be playing Banished, and possibly Tropico as well. But most likely just Banished. But if things go horribly wrong, we just can't get our colonies, you know, up and running or everything, we'll switch to Tropico. And you know, we're trying to do the kind of joint 12-hour streams maybe once a month. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention earlier, we will be doing at least one, I think we have 2 copies of the game actually. So we'll be giving away, yeah, like 1 or 2 copies of Banished away. And there's a sale on, is it Galaxy Gaming, like GOG or whatever? So I think the CD keys might be coming from there. So you guys might have to download a different different platform if you want to play. But I think you might be able to transfer them. I'm not 100%. But a free game is a free game, right? So I wouldn't complain. And I think a lot of us have GOG installed anyway for like The Witcher. So I might even just keep that actually. That's kind of cool. Hey, Poos on Pills. Yeah, we actually had a couple issues with the stream. I had some problems with my. I thought it was my internet, but it was OBS. I think I overloaded OBS because it just it crashed on us. But it crashed like multiple times in a row, which is like very frustrating. But no, I think we're back at it. And so this is like, yeah, usually the city we work on a Friday. So for those of you who are just tuning in, this looks familiar, I hope. All we've done so far this stream is I moved this building, it used to be right here, moved that over to here, redid this little plaza thing, kind of wrapped this in a bit more trees, which I think ended up being pretty cool. Still got to work on that bike path, so that's kind of placeholder still. And then put this little thing in, we're still working on that. Change this around a little bit. Change this little spot here. Slowly coming together. I still feel like maybe another parking lot should be in here or something. Just really quick, one sec. And just like with everything else, we build the city in like the weirdest segments. Oh, you know what? There's a whatchamacallit going through there. I wonder if I can just do this though. I was thinking that walking path was a road. Hoping to snap onto that. I have a sneaking suspicion that the game is not going to like this, and it's going to say that it's going to need something to connect to. But I might be close enough. Oh, I am. No, it's too big. After all that. Yeah, Banished, I also haven't played that in ages. And Poos on Pills, you're gonna get that song stuck in my head now. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. Move these things down. Little plaza thing here. Oh, this is such an iconic SimCity song. I like that. Oh, Me Thunder, that's awesome of you to say, man. Yeah, I really, like, I want you guys to feel like that. I want this game to, like, even when I watch myself, like, if I'm editing a video or something, I get so, I don't know what it is, I get so engrossed. I love that feeling. I don't know how this game does it. But I nominated it, and I was so upset it didn't win. I nominated this game for, like, that, you know, just 5 more minutes award on, for the Steamies or whatever the awards were. And, yeah, this game, man, it's so hard to put down. And I don't know, you just get so into it. Like, I love it. I love watching people play this game too, so I totally know exactly what you guys are talking about there. And yeah, some people do the exact same thing to me. I watch some people and I'm just like, that's cool. Others, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to try that. So that's cool you guys get that vibe from me. Okay, back over here. Famous for getting sidetracked. What on earth is going on in these pipes? Oh boy, oh boy. I always start off so, like, hopeful with my pipes, and things just fall apart so quickly. Okay, so just a little bit of zoning through here. Oh, a beach city. Oh, that sounds really awesome. I've been wanting to try doing a kind of like a tropical kind of themed one. That's a beautiful blue. Why are you so blue? Looks like it's like broken blue. Well, I guess you're just a blue building. Yeah, I know what you mean. Sometimes I struggle with starting too. I always end up doing that exact same starting thing where I do my little like 45 degree angle and then the 45 degree angle split thing again. Like I try to deviate, but I run into traffic problems. I'll end up just changing the city fundamentally afterwards, but I feel like that's such a good way to start. Like starting, it's very objective, right? Because of how much stuff changes. You really just want to get your city to a point where it's making you money so that you have good cash flow to start messing around with some other crazy stuff. And I've entirely wiped our demand off, so this is kind of becoming a little bit pointless now working on this spot. I really do want our tile unlocked so we can actually work in this. But we need to get... Oh, nice! We're so close to that, too. Okay, so if we get to 2 more milestones, we can buy all 81 tiles. But if we get to the next milestone, we can at least buy this one and do a bit more of like an actual impact in this spot. Because if we zone all this up, like no one's literally going to live in here yet. Like there's no demand, no one's going to move in. So let's just leave it be. Draw some power, just so these poor people don't have to sit here in the dark. Temporary, I know it's terrible, and it's clipped, but whatever. Hey, Explorer Cat, what's going on? Thanks for the host. Thanks for tuning in, too. Oh, no, I super appreciate it. Any rate, any size, that's awesome. Guys, Explorer Cat, she streams other game. She was doing SimCity 4, of all things. So you're going to get some nostalgia from the soundtrack right now. But yeah, give her a follow, guys. We were hosting her the other day. She's one cool cat. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. But yeah, ever since when I watched your stream on Sunday, I've been like, I literally cannot get SimCity 4 out of my head. Hence why we're doing a SimCity 4 soundtrack right now. Okay, well I'm gonna do, I guess, some high density people building in here. Seems like a pretty good spot. And I'd like to maybe get the monorail, another station in here with the buses, so we can maybe link these two together, get some more interactivity. And I'm also debating whether I want to bring a tram crossing in as well. I feel like this might not be the spot for it. It's pretty darn busy over here. But like over on like, you know, this spot, or we can have a tram come in. So we'll keep that in mind. But yeah, SimCity 4, we were talking about that too. I feel like it's one of the best games of our generation. Like it's aged so well. Like when you still play it now, it just feels like it was a recent release. Like it's kind of cool. So what I was talking about earlier about how the I had the anarchy on. That's probably why I was doing it. But whenever these like props get in my way, I'll just use this to move mod to get rid of them. It's super helpful. So I'd like to keep the national road maybe sneaking a little bit through here just to kind of help with overall traffic flow, and that'll probably maybe link across over to our industrial district eventually. And that way we just kind of have, like, even if it's a small one, a little bit of a highway network kind of going through here. This has been scaled down a little bit, but this is still technically a highway too. So that could possibly link up with that, right? And, oh, you haven't watched my stream since I was doing the forestry stuff? Oh, well, then the city must look very... That was like multiple streams ago. The city must look very different. The main thing we did in the last one was kind of like Waterfront plus a golf and country club. Trying to make this whole area here into like one giant kind of like parkland thing. With a little bit of maybe some buildings along here. Kind of like a big Central Parky kind of thing. And like just that one stretch in that, you know, like in Miami where they have like that one long... beach-long row with all those condos on it. I want that same kind of idea on this, I think. But like so much of the city, it's a lot of placeholder. Like we're still kind of working out the kinks here. And this is one of those cities, I kind of feel like we're going to be working on this for like months. So like in my mind, I am not in any rush at all to get this done. So I'm going at a snail's pace sometimes, which is like, you know, good and bad, I guess. I want to try having a road, and this might be crazy, maybe curve up in like a semicircle, kind of do like a half oval-y thing over here. Because I feel like we need another crossing instead of just having this. And also, this doesn't technically have a way on and off yet, so we need a few, like, you know, interchanges for our national highway, right? Ethan, my friend, thank you again for tuning in. See you later. Make the D's tram line. Oh my goodness, that's how I get unfollowed by D's. Yeah, I jokingly want to name like a tram district or something after him, but I know that'll rub him the wrong way. I have no idea what he has against trams. Like I love them. I think trams are so helpful. Okay, well let's just put this in, and then we'll use the movement mod to help us. I have so many people in the comments section when I post this to YouTube after. They're always like, "Yo, use the movement mod for this stuff." I'm like, "Oh yeah." It's gonna be so uneven. Or maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it doesn't have to be symmetrical. I feel like I try to chase symmetry a little bit too often. Especially in areas where it's like not really necessary. One more, like that. Yeah. So this could work. This could also look horrifyingly terrible. We will not know until we try. Interesting. Oh, hello. Very nice. And raise lower as well with move mod. Very handy. What happened to Imperius? I still have it going. I just gotta make some more episodes for it. I'm so pressed for time, guys. It's such a terrible excuse. But I've been working like my now that like the weather's getting nice, I've been doing like my random photography side job a lot. So like in the evenings, I'm literally getting home. I'm home for like an hour, eat dinner, just like watch like Jeopardy or an episode of Star Trek with my roommates, then I just go out for like a late night photo shoot or whatever. So just a lot of random stuff, and I'm just pretty, I don't know, I feel like I'm in need of a vacation kind of thing. I'm just a little burned out. And I'll just try to record, like I'll get interrupted a couple times, and I don't have that much time, and it's just, you know how it gets. But I'm kind of reaching, it's kind of weird to describe, but I'm at the point now where it's like, if I put in just like a little bit more effort, I can kind of make this into like a full-time kind of thing. But it's the weird transition point. It's like, it's very difficult. Because like, you know, I have a full-time job and part-time jobs that pay way more than this, right? Obviously. So it's like, it's tough for me to give up real money on the off chance of like, you know, of making it or whatever, right? So it's just tough to balance time, that's all. I guess, short of the long too. But you guys just hanging out, that kind of stuff, it helps out a lot, you know? Hitting the follow button, all that stuff definitely helps too, you know? Okay, I don't think we need a 6-laner going into this, but I do want some connections. Oh, just do regular road. But I feel it, and you know, I know it's gonna happen. Like I'm not, you know, we've gotten this far. Like it'd be silly not to see it the whole way through, right? And so I know in a few months we'll be, you know, joking about these days, about how silly it was, you know, trying to like make it all work and juggle everything. But just until then, it's just tough to find time. So I do sometimes go on these like weird random stretches where I don't upload for like a few days, and not because I don't want to, it's just because it's just tough. I don't really have a better excuse than that, unfortunately. Oh, I love this. Maybe that follows that road. I love that. This is gonna move. I don't like that right there. Maybe that could be added to our little island things. We need garbage collection for downtown. I just hate that it kills the trees and stuff in the area, right? No, Mitha, nothing like that. I'll even show you guys the website, source.ca. So I photograph like staged rooms. So like if you wanted to rent the place in the future, you have an idea what it looks like, all set up and jazzed out. So I do like most of the photography of the venues on that site. And so like in Toronto especially, there's like parties like, you know, every day of the week, well, the random times of the day. So. And it's my friend that owns the company too, so I'm pretty flexible when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't mind if he calls me last second for work or whatever, right? Because it depends, you know, on the whatever room and how many they're adding on. But I'll get like, sometimes it's like an hour or less of work, and I'll get sometimes like $200-300 for it, which is pretty. Like it's tough to turn that down, you know what I mean? So. I'll be like, yeah, I could maybe cancel a stream for that. So that's sometimes kind of what happens, right? Or I'll be like, maybe I won't record for that. Because if I do record and upload a video, I'll get like maybe $5, you know? Worth of the YouTube dollars for it. So I gotta kind of like budget and balance my time in that sense too. You know, I gotta pay things like rent and whatever, right? This is interesting. I just think that like maybe trees will help fill it in. I don't dislike this. It just looks really busy. But it's kind of cool at the same time too. Especially if we get a monorail going through here. No, like murder scene photographer. No, nothing like, it's pretty, like it's cool because I get to go to a lot of like red carpet parties and like I get to go like behind the scenes of them and stuff. And like some of the highlights, like I got to go to the CN Tower after it closed. And I made a casual comment about how the rotation could blur the photo a little bit because the CN Tower rotates just very, very slowly. And they're like, oh, we'll just turn off the rotation. I'm like, you can do that? And they're like, yeah, of course. I'm like, cool. So, I mean, that kind of stuff is cool, right? And I get to, I've seen a lot of buildings that, like, I never would ever have access to otherwise. Like, never. So, like, that's cool. Rarely do I see, like, celebrities or any of that kind of stuff. But then all my friends think I'm, like, this, like, you know, like, crazy professional photographer. And they're like, yo, can you take my pictures? And I'm like, oh, for goodness sakes. Yeah, I kind of like all this. It's nice. Yeah, that's the thing too, Me Thunder. Just kind of going back to your other comments. Like, I'm pretty burned out these days. Like, I've been doing the whole like YouTube thing for it's like 2+ years now. Just like trying to grind that out, and you know, off and on streaming. But these days, I am really trying to stream a little bit more often. But it's just all of that. It's starting to wear me out a little bit. But I'm exceedingly committed to the long run here. Oh, you know what'd be killer is if we had this lineup as well. I don't know, it's getting a little bit busy. The idea I'm kind of toying with here is to have like a highway do the double kind of bridge thing. Get a little bit more use out of this, right? It does go a bit deeper in, our little highway networky thing. It's a very strange little road layout. We made this part, you know, without any mods or anything, right? So I wanted just like a little fast in-town expressway, but it's kind of a weird road. We have some zoning on it, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's strange. But logically, it would make sense to get a bit more use out of it, right? But then we have the highway doing this already, so why would we, you know? We could just have a little exit there and accomplish the same thing. Just force. Yeah, no, I don't want that many river crossings. And JQNCS, I try. I appreciate you being here like every single stream too, it seems like, which is awesome. And all the other guys too, like you lurkers and everyone. I'm just kind of going into what I'm kind of saying, right? It's just, I would not be doing it if it weren't for you guys. So you're all just as much, you know? Just as much to thank and everything. Alright, so go back to the idea of this then. Oops. More like flatter ground. Oh, actually, yes, just before the stream started, I fixed all the golf course stuff. So I changed this road. Darn it, why is there still all this traffic? So I banned cars from going in, but apparently it did not work. Darn it. Yeah, I used, it's obviously a lot better though, but I used this thing here to ban cars. Look what effect that's having though. Ban all vehicles. And then we'll just let, oh. Everything except for cars, that's what I wanted, that's right. Oh well. But yeah, visually it doesn't look as hectic. But yeah, I think my plan though for here is I want to follow the contour of the island shape right here. Have a kind of a V-shaped road, and maybe a little bit of terraforming. I want to have just one. I'll even try to show you what I mean by this. So I would make this road into a wider one. I may even use something like this when it's all said and done. Just do the old one of these, and then I would have just on the inside like this one little road that goes with it, and then that would make the V shape up or whatever, right? So same thing on the other side, and then the inside part in here, this little V thing or whatever, would be kind of like a Central Park, you know, from New York kind of thing in there, and then maybe another little thin row of buildings in here. But then I want to have just kind of like a lot of parkland and stuff tie in with the country club, and then you gotta find a way to work the bike lane in through here as well, just kind of going through everything. And then we'll have tall buildings kind of resume on the outskirts. But it'd be fun to kind of get like a little suburby thing in here. Maybe use this. Kind of like it all. Oh, you missed the stream I put in the golf course? I have it on the YouTube channel. It was kind of like, I don't know, say a labor of love, because I went in very strange directions. I was losing faith in the project. I don't know, like halfway through it. But I think it turned out okay. I'm not gonna say it's the best thing ever. But I'm kind of picturing like the bigger picture, I guess. And I also cleaned up too, in case you guys missed the start, a little bit of this. I moved that building from here just over there, opened it up a little bit more. I'm just kind of, yeah, in my mind's eye, I can see something. It's just going to take us like maybe a few more streams to really piece enough of it together to kind of see if it's gonna look good or not, which I know is a really just like terrible way to build a city, right? Like an expensive mistake waiting to happen, but I don't know. I feel like the streams, it's like where we kind of test stuff out, and then I'll maybe improve on that for like a YouTube video or something like that. That's kind of my, like, these are the stomping grounds or the testing grounds. It's kind of interesting doing that. Kind of like that instead of just having one big sharp turn. Oh, and my internet's taking a little hiccup right now, so if you guys get a few frame drops, it's on my end, so I apologize. Okay, maybe we have another bus lane access come in like this. That might be getting overkill though, and why does that? Weird how, like, I don't know why this is the case with this asset. So I'll turn off the anarchy. On this side I can't do it either. If the road, it's too wide. See, it's weird. I don't know why that's the case. It's like they made the snap point too close to the thing. And where on earth are all of these props coming from? I keep deleting all these rocks and more of them keep popping up. It's crazy kids. JQNCS, do you know how many people, honestly, like I get so many messages where people, like they have the same, they just put the like the new player guide playlist or whatever, and they just start from episode 1 every single night, and they just fall asleep, or they'll just, you know, like replay the entire playlist over and over again. You know what I would love to, and these are things I really want to do when I have like a lot more free time and just like more creative, like, you know, just time on my hands. I would love to do like storytelling, you know, where I could just pick some of the classics so there's like no issues with copyright or anything like that. But we could just do bedtime stories, right? I think it'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of like a book on tape. And I've had a lot of requests to have like a secondary like ASMR channel, and I don't know what I would necessarily specialize in, but I would love to do that. And then the dream, the absolute dream, would be to do like city skylines kind of stuff in real life, where I would 3D print little building materials, and we could just spend like an IRL stream like literally gluing and assembling like, you know, like skyscrapers together out of assets, right? You could just download all the or 3D print the little window panels, and then you just make that, then you 3D print some road pieces, then you go to like the craft store and you buy like, you know, like the little felt pads to put them all in, and you kind of get the foam boards, make mountains and stuff, and you make like a little, like a 1x1 block. That'd be kind of fun, I think, right? And then I could like give those away to like Patreon people or something like that, right? And they'd be fun little coffee table things. People be like, where did you get that? I'd be like, well, let me tell you a story. There's this guy on the internet, and he does stuff. Alright, so how are we going to make all this connect? I think a roundabout here might make kind of sense. And we got to not forget about the fact that we need another highway on and off thing. Because it's an interesting highway. It's not really a highway, it's like an expressway that's in town. And it's just like a single lane in each drive, so it's not really like the most efficient thing, but I don't want it to be like overwhelmed or underutilized at the same time, you know? Oh, Azili! Hey friend! Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the host as well. Thanks for being here. Oh, yeah, no, totally. Me Thunder, totally. But it was just like 3D printing would be so much easier, though. I could just make things like... I'm not using that as an excuse, though, saying like I'm not doing it now because I don't have a 3D printer. But you're absolutely right. It wouldn't just be solely 3D printed stuff. But like if I could even make like a whole bunch of things in Blender, or just like 3D print almost like pre-made skyscrapers or whatever, that'd be so much easier, right? Yeah, wouldn't that be so much fun, like Imperial Jedi story time? I would love that, right? I just feel like we're on the precipice of like a really big adventure together, guys. Like there's just, I don't know, I just see it all. And I see us doing just all these fun, crazy things. I wonder if this is a crazy idea. So that would link the sidewalks together for pedestrian access sake. And then we could almost like force traffic to like, you know, use this if it's local traffic only. I like doing that a lot with my cities lately. Make these overly complicated, like local zones only. Why on earth is that telling me it's above? I hate when that happens. Oh. I would argue that that's pretty flush, but I understand that the game does its own thing sometimes. Move it mod. I mean, look how cool this is, right? Those of you that are in doubt, like, just download it. Like, when you start using, I was so against it. I was like, I'm not going to use any of this fancy stuff. Who needs to move things? Now, I can't live without it. If I don't have it turned on, I'm just like, where is it? What do we do? You're a 3D modeler? Oh, dude, no way. My dad does a lot of 3D modeling for work. We use like SolidWorks and stuff. I was at a SolidWorks convention last week. You get to go there, like their seminar, right? If you buy the license order. My dad sent me as like our company rep, which is kind of cool. And whenever I go to those things, I always get so inspired, right? I'm just like, man, I could 3D print anything. I'm like, yo, this is awesome. I would have scary stories. I'd have like all kinds of fun stories, right? Yeah, I think you did, Azealia. I think you were the one that finally pushed me over the edge to get it. I remember seeing you using it, and I was like, well, if it's okay for her, it's okay for me. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought I was like, you know, it was one of those mods that just wouldn't gain traction. I was like, I'm not gonna bother. It's not gonna go anywhere. But oh my god, was I wrong about that? Oh my goodness. So I'm just gonna make, I don't know, kind of like a unique neighborhood through here, and then we'll just zone it up and just see if that's enough to get our population into the next milestone. But I'm just kind of doing that thing right now where I'm not really thinking about what I'm building. I'm just kind of like autopiloting and just kind of, I don't know, just kind of building. Kind of enjoy when this happens. And then whenever this happens, a lot of people like they hop in, they're like, hey, can I give a tour of the city? And I'm like, I don't think there's anything to tour. You know, it's like, I don't know what we're building. Hey, Salty PL, my friend, what is going on? Oh, actually, since you were here, I didn't end up doing it on Sunday because you weren't in the stream, but let me show you some cool stuff I downloaded for Salty Point. I'm probably not going to be able to find these all that quickly, of course. Right, okay, so check this out, right? C-130s, right? Hercules, yes! Some army-based stuff here, right? Some military park. That's a farmer's market, I don't think that counts. But yeah, I want to start using all this stuff, right, for Salty Points. And, gosh, where are they? Oh, functional parking, cool. Oh, they must be somewhere else. Yeah, they've got to be somewhere else. I don't want to spoil the surprise. When you see them, you'll be like, cool! And I'll be like, oh no! Oh, I'm so excited to use these. But yeah, so I think we're going to try that on Sunday, doing a little naval air station and yeah, a little Navy base. Yes, here we go. Check us out. F-18s, right? Got a little AWACS going on over here. Hawkeye. Is that a Sea? Oh, it's a Seahawk. I thought it was a Sea King. Yeah, Seahawk. A6 Intruder. That's kind of cool. These are all commercial ones, but and yeah, a little SAM site. So ridiculously cool. And I got some like big cargo containers that have like camo paint and stuff all over them too, so we can have like a little cargo train yard come in, have like military assets on it. I gotta find where the rest of them are because they're super scattered. But I also have a aircraft carrier. Here's that's that one right there. I have an aircraft carrier, a destroyer, and a frigate as well, which I thought was like too cool. I have no idea where they are. They're somewhere buried in my thousands of assets, but so like, oh, and if you're not there for Sunday, I can either hold out or we'll figure out something. But I got tons of plans, which is like super cool. And I could not find the rubber duck. I looked for it. I have no idea what happened to that asset. I was like looking at Google. I was looking, and I had it downloaded before. I feel like the person that made it maybe deleted it or something, because I literally have no idea. I have no. It's so embarrassing too. I'm sure like one of you can probably find it in 2 seconds, and I'll be like, darn it, I have no excuse now. But yeah, for the life of me, I just could not find it. Oh, and Izili, do you notice what soundtrack this is, by the way? I talk about the soundtrack. I'm actually going to switch to the next version in line. Oh, you think? Yeah, okay, it's gone for you too. Yeah, so I think it did get pulled. But yeah, I'm listening to the SimCity 4 soundtrack, and I'm actually about to switch over to the SimCity 2013 soundtrack. So I love it. I'll restart, please. Oh, nostalgia. Replace the Stormtrooper with a giant rubber duck? Oh my gosh. You know, that rubber duck is coming to Toronto. I think I mentioned that before. But that's kind of cool. So I'll take some like real life pictures of it. Okay, so as far as the monorail goes, we could make it end at this station, or we could have it go down here. I didn't think about this. Oh, I love this music. Oh my goodness. SimCity 2013 will forever actually hold a real spot in my heart, even though the game was a very big frustration. It's just like even right now I can feel it again. The goosebumps are coming. It's like, you know, when you first loaded the game, and it was like the mist was clearing, and you have your first highway exit, and this music comes on, and you're just like, all right, not so bad. But then, you know, you fill up the map a little bit too quickly. That was like kind of the big issue. But I miss so many aspects of that game, like the modules. And like just, I don't know, just like everything about it, like traffic time, like rush hour and stuff. It was cool. Oh, Kanga, thanks for the host as well. Really appreciate that, dude. But that was, yeah, the previous soundtrack was the SimCity 4 Deluxe, which was like pure nostalgia, right? But now we're listening to the SimCity 2013. But yeah, SimCity 2013, that was pretty much the game that got me into wanting to do a like a gaming YouTube channel. Because up until then, I was just making just like regular, whatever, boring content. I wasn't trying to be a YouTuber or anything. Right? It was just like funsy stuff. Because, you know, like, who doesn't have a YouTube channel, really, right? But then I remember being so incredibly jealous of everyone that had early access to, let me turn this down here too. Yeah, I was so incredibly jealous of everyone that had early access to the game, and I was like, you know what, if they can do it, I can do it. And that literally is like how I was born. And then, yeah, SimCity was just a little bit disappointing. And I made a whole bunch of videos for it, and like, I don't know, they didn't really, like, nobody really watched them, you know what I mean? Like, I was really excited for the views I got, and like, I don't even know, maybe some of you still even watch today, but like, I don't know, it was like, in my mind, it was the biggest and it was the greatest thing ever. And I made one video, it was like a 17-minute long kind of like speed build or whatever, and Maxis put it on their Facebook page. And I remember, like, at that point, my channel was maybe getting, I don't know, like in the span of a month, maybe like 1,000 views, right? It was getting like no action at all. And I remember that video when it got posted, it picked up like, I don't know, like 20,000 views in like a day. And I remember, like, in my mind, I was like winning the lottery. I remember like refreshing my page and just seeing this like giant spike upward in my trend. I was like, uh-oh, something happened. And ever since then, I've just been trying to like just, you know, just chase that or whatever. And then yeah, Skylines kind of just took that to a whole new level, which is cool. And here we are now, playing video games together on a Wednesday. I like that. Oh, and Bunny, thanks for tuning in too. How you doing? Oh, Explorer Cat, lurk away. But yeah, the music, right? Perfect feels. And the music has not stopped, don't worry. This one just has really weird gaps in between the whatchamacallit, the songs. You guys are just forced to listen to me talk a little bit more, that's all. Alright, well, I think with the monorail, I'm actually going to maybe cut right, and we'll start heading this way, and we'll have that track link up. And that could theoretically just be like a bypass, so if you're not going to the station, you would just continue right on by. Probably do something fun with the waterfront here, too. These will definitely move. A lot of this kind of stuff, again, just kind of placeholder temporary. Alright, well, parks, do some of that stuff now. Hey, Littlefoot, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. How are you doing, friend? That's kind of nice like that. Can't neglect our park space. Like this song too, right? Like pure nostalgia. Oh, man. Get our big buildings in here. These are like exceedingly noisy, so I'm going to try and sandwich them in with some office buildings just to help with the noise. Park should hopefully help a bit with that too. Let me turn this up a bit. I don't know what's up with the it's like one song's loud, one song's quiet. It has like these crazy like builds where I feel like I'm yelling over you guys, but is there really no weird? What is with these weird gaps in the, That is so strange. And also, where the heck are these? Like, I literally feel like I just keep deleting rocks over and over and over and over again. Oh my goodness. Do I ever use dams? Actually, not all that often. We had one working exceedingly well on the islands map, but I find that like the majority of the time, you can kind of see how things are set up. It's like if I were to put a dam at any point along this river, it's going to back up eventually somewhere, right? And because I don't have the 81 tiles yet, I just can't fix where it'll back up. So you'll eventually have flooding somewhere. It's really, 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 really tricky. You have to do something like a kind of like a mountain thing like this, make your own like waterfall and have a continuous system if you can time it right with like the water pumps and like an outflow thing. I would not be opposed to trying something like that, maybe even towards the end of the stream, just kind of like in the name of science to see if we can get something going. But most of the time, no, I don't normally use dams because they're just really finicky. Oh, Steam Summer Sale coming up. Excellent hype for that. Rest in peace, our wallets. Oh my god, this song. Guys. Oh, we don't have a university yet, I forgot. Does it actually have a university? I think it does. That was the other thing I really wanted to kick. Oh, maybe... Oh. Maybe our university campus can be in here, because then we can use this thing, right? Or it can be down there. Hmm. And the stream flooding the city. Well, I would hopefully not flood the city, but you never know. We might flood it. Oh, Bunny, you're so sweet. I think getting games is such a nice. When you log into your Steam, you get that little pop up. I think that's such a nice little. That's a pleasant surprise. And guys, can I tell you, like, the most amazing thing happened? I literally was like, yes, absolutely yes. So my girlfriend, she sometimes watches the stream. She's like, I think I want to try playing City Skylines. Will you help me? I literally was like, oh, I'm like, what? I'm like, where does this come from? She's like, I want to build a city. I'm like, yes, we will build a city together. My heart grew like 10 sizes. So that was like the greatest thing ever, right? No, this is SimCity 2013, Azili. Which, like, forever will be like the greatest, like the love-hate relationship, like forever in my mind is so weird. I have instances where I literally dream about that game and I wake up and I'm like, where did they go wrong? And I was just so mad. This is why I hate EA. Like Maxis, it's like, you know, it's the company we all grew up on, like The Sims, all those things, right? And EA ruined it. Like, I'm so, you know? Why did you do this? But then, if it weren't for EA making such a big blunder of everything, City Skylines would never have come along. Like, imagine this is what the new SimCity would have been, and we just never would have known. That would have been such a weird... Like, I don't know. Ignorance is bliss. We wouldn't have known any better, right? But I sleep better at night knowing that my money and support goes to Colossal Order. I think they are like the coolest dudes ever. They're like a really small team to start. They're just like, you know, enthusiastic like game developers, right? And they came out with this masterpiece, and they're continuing to work on it and listen to feedback, and they're awesome, and they're so nice to us. So I like that. All great reasons, right? No, Littlefoot, we're playing, this is City Skylines, but the music soundtrack is from SimCity 2013, but this is definitely City Skylines. It's just like, I feel like we're kind of cheating on the game a little bit because we're listening to music from like the main competitor. But I would not call SimCity 2013 a competitor to this. It's a very different kind of game. It's more like, it's like town building. Like you're building like little one block neighborhoods, right? Like that kind of feel. Whereas this is a city builder. But then I miss aspects of SimCity 2013. Like I loved having like an economy. It was cool to have multiplayer to a certain extent. like that. And so yeah, we'll just do another simple little break just over here, like another little triangle interchanges, and then we'll run the monorail, I think, down this way. And yeah, I think we should probably put a campus or something down here. I do want to buy more tiles though, so we can actually make that oversized and everything. Did you see where I ended? Say no, I didn't see that. Oh yes, Explorer Cat, my very first bits ever. What? Thank you. You just broke my bit ice or whatever I want to call that. I don't say my bit cherry. That seems really creepy. But awesome! Thank you. Very first ever bits. Cool. I got affiliate working, guys. So muchos apreciado for that. I still have all my Maxis games. Like I played, gosh, like Sim Town. Sim Tower, I think Sim Park was, yeah, Sim Park was the thing. Oh man, like all those games, right, growing up, right? The golf course, honestly, I don't know what it is. I half love it and I half don't like it, because it's so chaotic. But it's tough to get it done. But I think it kind of works, I kind of like it. But yeah, the idea though is we're doing kind of like an older European influenced waterfront, even though we have a giant NFL stadium here. And I'm doing like a bike path. I'm going to be lowering the profile a little bit of this, and I want it to be like a lot of trees and stuff. And then we have the start of our little country club and casino kind of resort area here. And we've got like a little, yeah, golf course with it. And then I wanted to do kind of like a V shape here with a road structure, have a few taller buildings kind of follow this. Have this like right here, I think looks great. Maybe even do a roundabout with this in the center, just connecting all that up. And then have like a central park kind of thing here. But then I think maybe in the center of that is where we could do like our university campus. Just have that kind of squared off maybe in here. And then we'll bring in, you know, the monorail. We can have a, maybe a bypass to the highway come along as well. So lots of options. We just got to get more tiles here. And we're slowly trying to work towards this goal. And if we get this one plus the next one, we can buy all the rest of the tiles. So that's kind of stuff we're working on here. No, that doesn't count as spam at all. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I don't know why it didn't come up as the alert for that, though. Oh, there it goes now. But it gave no sound. But thank you for that. I really appreciate that. Look at that. You've now earned the top tier. Thank you, Azili. That's weird. Why didn't it give me my little bit alert message there? And what map are we playing on? I don't remember the name of this map. I think it's one of the... I don't actually know. I want to say Shady Strands maybe, but I don't know. It could even be one of the maps that comes with the natural disasters maybe. I'm not actually sure. But it's the one we started with the mass transit early launch party. So I think maybe at the start of that stream, I'm in the menu maybe selecting the map. I don't remember if I started with the map or not. I just don't know. Oh, dude, thank you very much for that. Holy smokes. Guys, get some love in the chat. That's a lot of bits right there. Thank you very much. Spam some hearts, please. That's like massive support. Thank you very much, Azili. Top cheer, you got it. Getting some chat badges too here. I like that. That's cool. Here's my officially my first two first two bidders here. I don't know what to call you guys, but yeah, bidders. That seems kind of funny and weird. Okay, I'm gonna let the game run. I do want this area to try and to grow as we are zoning and whatnot. So let's put some services down. I have some really awesome, just like classic looking American high schools. Oh, I love this building too. The state library. Oh man, oh, this has to for sure go with the university campus. Okay, we'll save that. Same with this. It's a killer building. It's like a university campus thingy. It's like a wing. Oh, I love this. Look how stellar that looks, right? It's like a little research wing thing. Yo, I'm definitely buying you coffee at PAX West. Guys, we're going to PAX West! Like, what on earth? That's the coolest thing ever. And honestly, all of you, thank you very much for the support and all the donations up until now. And you guys know who you are, too. You're fantastic people. Even for you guys just to be hanging out here. Your pretty face is all that it takes to put a smile on mine. Yes, use our high school. Classic American high school. That little school buses and everything. Oak tree and whatnot. Okay, can I make this connect? No. I think I'm gonna instead just use Service Painter for this. But yeah, guys, I really hope that, like, you know, just months from now, we can just joke about this, you know, the struggle during the weird transition period. But I would just love, you know, just to, like, go over to my friend's place and just walk in and just, you know, see their kids, like, watching one of my videos on TV or something. It'd be kind of weird. Like, I have this, like, yeah, I have these, like, aspirations now of, like, taking over the world in terms of YouTube, right? Whereas before, I didn't really want any of that stuff. I didn't even think it was possible. But now, it just seems like it's inevitable. It's kind of cool. Oh, and guys, for those of you who missed my announcement earlier, Azealia, she's the one I'll be doing the 12-hour stream with of Banished. So go ahead and give her a follow. We'll be doing a multi-stream, so you guys can watch both our streams at once. And we're going to be on the same map seed, so it'll be a little bit easier to follow along type thing. And if we end up, like, needing to restart or whatever, we'll just save, you know, the beginning, so we can just keep going back and being on the same map and whatnot. That'd be kind of fun. These little things here I'm using as little relay boxes to help move the power along, so I don't have to have all these like unsightly power lines everywhere. Is the feature a mod or part of mass transit? Which feature do you mean? Because I am using quite a few mods, but then at the same time, like the mass transit update did like pretty insane things to the game. I don't want to run more power lines through here, but it always bugs me when these zones are like half powered. What's the new thing above the, yeah, it's bits. So it's like Twitch's kind of like in-house currency. And if you're in the US, you can actually watch ads in exchange for bits. And then you can spend those on your streamers if you want. Or you can just buy bits directly. Here's one of these little churches here too. Oh, the Surface Painter mod. That's what you're probably talking about. So yeah, this thing here, this is made by Bloody Penguin. He's like one of the best mod creators out there. I use this in combination with more beautification, and I use that also with Prop Anarchy. The three of those together, it's like the greatest gift imaginable. Because more beautification will download a whole bulk of props that you can, you know, use in your city. And then if I wanted to, just say for example, right, I wanted to like drop down this sign or whatever, right? And say it's like, you see how I can't put it overlapping the road? If I use my Prop Anarchy, I can do that. So I can have that like partially on, like that, right? It's cool, I like it. And these are the kind of things that just kind of take the city to that next level of realism, I think. Yeah, if you're not in the US, then you can buy them with money. Or if like someone gives you bits, you can pass them along type thing. Turn this down a little bit. This music, it's so pleasant. I love it so much. Oh, and is that Bunny? Is that you taking off? Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, Move It mod, definitely the best one ever. That's the other one that also you may be talking about. Or this one here, I can just click and drag, which is crazy. Just Control Z for mistakes. Super, super, super handy. But I'm in desperate need of a computer upgrade right now because I'm using like way too many, way too many assets right now. Let's get some healthcare stuff. I love this building. I think I've used this already, but we'll use it again. Oh, I love this building so much. Not the best area for it though. I'm gonna try and maybe use the movement mod to lower this. Oh, looks amazing. Love being able to do that. Then we'll just lower this. It does definitely satisfy my OCD. For those of you that watch a lot of my stuff, like you can see the struggle. And you can also tell I'm really used to using the movement mod because like I'm trying to do things with like movement mod in mind when I'm doing vanilla stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, right. And are you still not connected yet? Oh, military supply depot. Here's some more stuff. Cool. There's this big military base here too, right? Yeah. Oh, we got so much fun stuff to use. And I love this thing here. I wish this was a bigger building though. This is such a nice police station, but you can see it's so tiny. Also, just a really nice kind of classic small town looking American police station. But it is so tiny. You will live there. And then the last thing about the bits is those aren't overly new, but the affiliate program is fairly recent, just a few months old. And that allows people who are not partnered to accept bits in the stream. And also if you're an affiliate, you can monetize your streams. So up until now, my streams have been getting like 0 ad revenue. So when you guys watch commercials, it just goes straight towards Twitch. But now, I get a nice little bit of that. So that's helpful. Okay, so we got our schools. Do I have both in here? Just the one? Use this church asset. I like that a lot. Spreads the power. Cool. Okay. Services. Buildings look good. Let's just continue with the building here. And then this was going to cut across. Let's put this in before I forget. And then probably this side will go down and link up. Oh, the commercial splits are coming soon? Oh, well, fiddlesticks. I thought I got a percentage of that. Well, forget what I said about the commercials, but still. Excellent. And it's one little bike path, just so that we feel like we're actually doing something here. Darn it. I don't want the little node points being so close together, so I'm just going to redo that road. And again, all these rocks, like I totally feel like we got rid of these, did we not? That's kind of neat too, just the way this box is off, and then that just kind of goes along with it. That is cool. Oh, you did write it in Spanish. Yeah, I'll probably be going, I think, for at least another hour or so. I wasn't going to be making this the longest or the latest stream. This is kind of just making up for the fact that we won't be playing this particular city on Friday. Just want to get a little bit more progress in on this. Because this city, it's going to take us months, especially at the rate I go. So I just got to slowly grind it out. But if somehow I don't see you, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you on Friday, my friend. I don't want that. I actually want this. I took Spanish for a year in high school. I speak like so little. Hablo poquito español. That's all I know. I also know dos cervezas, por favor. Or tres cervezas, if you're feeling, you know. Ah, that's kind of cool. I actually like that. And then, like, you can see how it doesn't quite line up, so we can use the move it mod. We'll grab our buildings, and we can just move them. How nifty is that? Oh, that's just great. I love it. Now we will use the move it mod to lower. Oh, magnificent. So cool. I know, we are getting close to that 50k. It's moving at a snail's pace. We also had the stream, or the city pause for most of it. Because before the stream crashed, like my settings were too high, right? For those of you who kind of missed out. So we had a lot of the stream on pause, just to kind of save CPU power a bit. I don't know if that really did anything. That's cleaner. I'm just trying to get rid of that claustrophobic, overly dense kind of feeling. I want a lot of open spaces, especially in the city, just like all throughout, right? Like these kind of clusters aren't so bad, but you can even see how we threw in some parking lots, like that kind of stuff, right? I'm trying to just still kind of do that a bit more often. And oh my goodness, my poor computer. It's just chugging, but it's, oh boy. I have too many assets. My computer is being, oh my gosh, this fire. Computer's being strained. Oh, what do we have here? Jedi Temple? Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Subscribe. Wait, I'm not logged in. How am I not logged into my browser? Oh, for goodness sakes. I hate when that happens. My browser's logged me out of Steam. I will download that afterwards. Yes, LTPO balls in cash, that's for sure. No need for them bits, right? Oh, I just realized our demand has gone up for industry, so this is probably starting to fill in. Oh, it did. Nice. That was going to be surface painted, that's right. These can probably be zoned in. It's another one of those songs that's like super nostalgic for me for SimCity. Let's redo this. Just help tackle a bit of that demand, because that'll in turn get more people to move in. Satisfy that demand. Yeah, surprisingly, I don't actually do all that many Star Wars references, like, on the channel, just given my name or whatever. I know we have, like Stormtrooper stuff in the background and whatnot. I mean, I downloaded this stuff. I have, like, you know, Battle of Hoth Memorial Park, right? I haven't used this since, like, the days of, whatchamacallit, Lakeview. We could use this now, right? A little homage to Star Wars. If you guys have heard of Star Wars, happens in space, long time ago, galaxy far, far away. You get this really hairy dude named Chewbacca. He's really the hero of the movie. Right? Too funny. Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper? Oh no, look what we've done here. Oh geez, traffic. Okay, clearly this is not going to work as a an on-off ramp right here. we must brainstorm something that will work. We instead are going to space this out. We will come over here. We will also give ourselves a bit of room to add extra lanes so that cars can turn safely. Neato presto. And okay, let's put, so we'll have a stop sign right there. These guys can figure it themselves out. My first story on story time. Okay. And speed limits. Let's make him 70. The fact that these aren't even is going to be drive me crazy. You know what's crazy too we can do with the Move It mod? Look at how awesome this is. Ta-da! You're beautiful now. Okay, now this should work. We may have to make that a bit longer though. But now the backup is moved out of the main highway lanes, which is a lot safer, obviously. And we've gotten rid of the traffic light altogether, so it's just faster flow through, because there's not that many people wanting to go onto the highway. They all want to get off the highway, apparently. It's a one-way ticket right here. But yeah, can you imagine we do like Star Wars, you know, the books on tape or whatever? Goodness gracious me. But honestly, like, all jokes aside, I would love to do like story time. I think that'd be such a fun thing to do, right? JQNCS, my friend, thank you very much for hanging out as well. And yes, in the words of Truman, good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Truman Show, also, like, I think that movie completely underrated. It was like one of my favorite movies at the time. I loved watching it. I loved the idea of it too. Like, that's so crazy. Like, I sometimes feel like this world is made just for me, you know, so I could be the Truman. Maybe you guys are in on it too, right? But I think you wouldn't be allowed to tell me though, so you'd be like, no, of course Imperial, no, right? We're not in on it. And I'd be like, oh, okay. Salty PL, my friend, as well. Take care. And then same idea in the words of Mr. Truman. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, or good night. But yeah, I'll see you on Sunday, dude, for salty points, and hopefully on Friday too. Oh, my internet, no! OBS is being weird again. Hopefully it solves itself. I don't know what's going on with my computer today. Like, my internet, OBS, and my computer are all just doing a big, just, I don't know. I'm thinking that we maybe need to make this into like a bigger highway just going this way. Like, traffic volume is not so bad on like this side of the world, right? But just like this backup will eventually spread to the highway. We do have a bit of you know, some forgiveness here, right, with the extra lane, but and then at the same time, I don't really want to get rid of this traffic light. We kind of need a traffic light to govern this, right? There's enough volume here that on its own this just wouldn't be enough, right? We theoretically could make this into a roundabout, which would just be a lot faster for the flow through. We can still do kind of a partial cloverleaf system, right? I don't know, let's just maintain the status quo for the moment, but let's just keep an eye on things. And then this volume could theoretically be alleviated by making another connection through here in combination with another bridge. So we do have a lot of options instead of just maybe going crazy with highways, but And also, we haven't put in our new monorail route, so that probably will help a bit too. Oh, I wanted to remove probably that line and extend it, right? That would make more sense, I think. Where do you go? Do you end here? Why can't I select you? Okay, line 7. Where do you end? Oh, only 2 stops. Okay, it's not 2. So I just went between those spots. Okay. Mystery solved. Nice. Now, everyone always sees me doing this. I never explain why I do it. I double click here so I can select this to change the color. So many people ask me that in the comments section on YouTube, and I always forget to explain my logic. Oh, Explorer Cat, that might explain it too. Yeah, the Windows 10 Creator Edition has been like the worst thing that Microsoft... I don't know what Microsoft is doing, but they're really shooting themselves in the foot these days. And why did that sound like it was underground? But yeah, now that you mentioned, I think I've actually heard a few other streamers that I mentioned the same kind of thing, that they're running into some problems. I don't know, in a perfect world, everything works right, but... My friends jokingly say I have like will luck, you know, it's like Murphy's Law, but different. Stuff that can go wrong does go wrong, but usually to me. So. I don't mean that in a bad way, it's like, you know, not a sob story, it's just, it is what it is sometimes. Oh, you know what I really want to be using more often, which I'm not using like at all, are like little sports fields and stuff. Like here, we get a soccer field in, right? Like, that'd be so nice, just in this area. We do have a ton of parks already over here, but I cannot resist. And in real life, you know, you gotta think of the children, right? But, soccer, not just for kids, adults play too. Yeah, it's kind of nice, right? And I think I'm gonna maybe put, oops, there's a little pathway in here. Just doing one of these. And I made this asset, so there's a pathway that goes through it, so that's what I was connecting to. Oh no! Poo's on pills. Nightbot got you. If you want to share a link, though, you can either send it to me in a whisper, or if you want to tell me what it is, I can give you permission if it's safe and everything, you know. Yeah, let me permit you. I play the trust circle with you, my friend. There you go. Feel free to post away. Okay, so population... Are we not moving still? Like, what is going on here? We must be going through a death wave. Yeah, a lot of seniors. Almost 1 in 4 people in the city are a senior. Kind of morbid. They're gonna be dying soon. Well, we need young blood, fresh talent to fill in the ranks, right? Oh, British road texture, cool. Oh, I think I have that one actually installed. I stopped using some of the road things though when mass transit came out, because it was giving me weird blue intersections. But I was actually using that one with the European city build thing that we were doing way back in the day, which I'm still like I would have to do a redo of that. Oh my gosh, it's so embarrassing how that just kind of abruptly ended. Alright, so bus shelter. I have something pretty crazy planned with this. Actually, I guess it's not that crazy. I'm gonna try something kind of weird with this. Just have like a little loop in between the two stations. I don't really know who would. I mean, people who live in and around here would use it. You would use the monorail though if you're trying to get from one station to the next though faster. Oh, that's inconvenient. Well, I mean, I guess it's not really, but kills our symmetry game. Whoa, lightning! Ooh. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be getting a big storm. Might be the tail end of your storm even. Be safe, my friend. Okay, so we got buses, we got public transit, we got services, we got a little bit of a highway connection happening. We definitely have solved the traffic problem by moving this intersection down here, it looks like. That's good. Incidentally, it also cleared the backlog too. I don't really know how that happened. Maybe just the public transit was enough in combination with everything else. Good stuff though. And I've got such awesome bus assets. I want to see if I can find one right now. This in general, such fun public transit assets. These are the stock units. So there's a stock bus, stock thing. And then I've got yeah, here we go. Here's one. Oh, wait, there's another one too. I've got my 70s, which I still use now. Like, I'm not gonna make fun of how old these are, but our TTC streetcars are like trams from Toronto, right? These guys here, and then these are being replaced by the Bombardier Flex Outlook tram, which is, where are you, my friend? They're so nice looking. I think they use them also in Germany. Yeah, here they are. Oh my gosh, how nice are these, right? They're like land trains. They're so epically, amazingly beautiful in real life. And someone got like a killer photograph because every Sunday on one particular line, there's like the really old 1950s tram cars out. And so someone got a screenshot of all three, a real life picture of all three together. And it looked really nice. I'm going to see if I can actually find it. 3 generations TTC. Images. Oh my gosh, this one is at the rail yard. Oh my gosh, that is such a nice image. Oh my gosh. Here guys, click on this. What's the easiest way to make money for a starting city? I would probably say the easiest way would be to, as silly as this sounds, oh gosh, I don't even start this one. You can get offered a bailout package if you go into the negatives. It'll be like 50,000 credits. So you can make like an unprofitable city and intentionally go broke and then get offered 50,000. You start with 70,000, so it's like you're kind of like starting with double your money. Otherwise, like for me, when I start my cities, I kind of spend almost every dollar I can, and I'll just have like maybe something that ends up looking like this when I'm done, right? It's just like a little itty bitty starter block where one side will be industry, in between will be commercial, and then residential, and I'll like one stretch of power lines. I don't know. It's kind of a tough answer, or tough thing to answer, right? But you got to build like this good efficiency, I guess. But the main thing is, like, if your citizens don't have jobs, they will, like, you know, they're not going to shop, so that'll just kind of not make your industry work or whatever, and commercial zones not work. Oh, Mr. Rogers always, yeah. Trolleys and Mr. Rogers definitely hand in hand. Oh, and the trams are part of the Snowfall DLC. And I bet you $1 million if they could, like the Colossal Order people could go back and redo things, I think they would have done the trams as part of mass transit. No, After Dark, that gives you the bike lanes and the bus lanes. And then mass transit gives you, I think, these bus lanes. You also get a few new roads with mass transit. But the trams themselves are part of Snowfall. In Snowfall, you get a few cool buildings. My favorite building definitely is this thing here, freshwater outflow pipe. So you can make like waterfalls and stuff. Yeah, Puzon building, exactly. If you watch, I have some YouTube videos on how to like get started. It's probably better. It's like 20 minutes of me explaining how to get it going. A little bit more in depth, you know. Oh, I just thought maybe maybe this right here, guys, could link up with this. That could continue, go straight across, and then maybe link with that, and that one can go in. Yeah. Yeah, well, this is kind of filling in nicely. I wouldn't say it's really helping the population, because again, we're literally going nowhere, which is really confusing. Some more high density in here. And I also have this like terrible tendency to start just chit-chatting, and I forget to build. I just usually just dance around looking at stuff. And so like my build pace is a little bit faster, obviously, in like the YouTube videos, because time is more of a constraint. I go on these like crazy tangents all the time when I'm streaming, which is fun. I also like getting lost in the conversation with you guys too. And I enjoy doing like the whole, you know, show and tell, sharesies kind of thing. A lot of links to share with each other and stuff. And it's also, I mean, I love it, and I wish I could have a way to like print them all out and stuff. I get sent so many screenshots all the time too of people's cities. I love it. Like, you guys are so, and they'll be like, guess what part was inspired by you? And it'll be like a direct copy of something I made, and I'm like, oh, my heart, it grows like 10 sizes, you know. On the Paradox Plaza website, I don't know if the sale is still on, but they were 75% off just literally the other day, all the DLCs. Minus, like, Mass Transit hasn't gone on sale yet, because I think it's still a little bit too new. But, yeah, like 75% off, that's a killer, that's a steal. I think, though, honestly, the approach that Colossal Order has taken, where the base game has been, I think, exceedingly well priced. It's like $30 or $40, depends on which version you buy, the deluxe or not. They easily could have made this like a $69, you know, $89 game or something like that, right? And then included the DLCs in that sense, but you don't really need the DLCs to play. So I think I like how they did it. They started with the base game, had the deluxe option if you wanted just a little bit more stuff. DLCs came out just, you know, progressively. I don't think they're like poorly priced. I think there's good value in them. I think when DLCs are released kind of in that sense, when they're not too expensive, when they do actually offer a lot to the game, it just keeps the game going. Because it's like, you know, an influx of cash for the development team, right, to get some more projects done. I don't like it when, you know, like a DLC is like $30 or $40 and you feel like you can't really play the game without it. Like, I know it's not really the right kind of comparison, but I'm gonna use like EA as an example. But like, you know, some of their games, right? You have to buy you buy like a war game or whatever, right? And it's like you don't get all the maps unless you buy the DLC. You don't get all the countries or whatever. It just seems like you're kind of, you know, you're paying for a game, but you're not getting a game. It's kind of frustrating. A little bit of trees here. I'm gonna put some more trees, I think, in this whole spot. My voice comes and goes. I think it's starting to go again here. Oh, it's 50 off 2 of them right now? Sweet, that's a good price too. For sure, because I don't see why they wouldn't be. For sure they'll be part of the Steam sale, because they've been part of every Steam sale so far. In the Steam summer sale, I don't know when that is, but that's super coming up soon. Isn't that usually like the long weekend kind of thing, so like 3 or 4 weeks from now? Can't believe another month is almost up. Like, where is time going? My sister is getting married too in a few weeks. Oh my gosh, guys, like time, like how is it 2017? How is it like June? Like, what is going on here? Yeah, The Sims, I don't like I don't know, like with all their DLCs, like I miss the old days of The Sims, you know, like before EA had them when they were just Maxis. Because you bought the game and it was like everything, and then it wouldn't be like a DLC, it'd be more like kind of like an update or something, right? It was kind of a weird. I feel like there's a lot of value in that. Why are people not going that way, I wonder? Oh, I can disable turning. But I mean, like, I'm respectful of the fact that it's like it's 2017. It's like money does, you know, like companies aren't charities, right? Like there has to be a financial incentive. I just feel like there just shouldn't be so much of a cash grab. That's all. And at the same time, I don't like. I really don't like. I do mind, but I don't mind per se spending a bit more on a game if the value is there. Like, this game is a prime example. Like, it's priced at 30, 40, 50 bucks, depends on what level you're buying in at. This game, it could have been $99 even. I feel like I got killer value out of it. I have 2,000 hours. Like, if you divide that, how much I paid for this game, for how much enjoyment I've gotten, like phenomenal value. Like, so much so I want to write them a letter, be like, you guys, congratulations, you did it. And then for me, the last real game to do this, where I got like just thousands and thousands of hours of gameplay, was SimCity 4. And when that game was, you know, when that game was at the heyday, at the height of it, I was like, nothing will ever be better than this, you know? And it took like 10 years for that to be finally dethroned. But even, yeah, even going back, because I was just watching Explorer Cat's stream the other day, and she was playing SimCity 4. And the game, it's aged so well. It seems like it came out like a year or two ago. It almost feels like that was SimCity 2013. And if you download a few like texture mods and stuff, and if you're running it on like a decent computer, it looks like a new game, which is so cool. But I like Skylines. It definitely satisfies my need. Oh, it starts Friday. Oh, that's so soon. Friday or Monday. That's really good to know. Oh, it's a little bit of trees, right? Just adds that extra little something something. Let me get this son of a gun right here. I'm actually going to delete that. And I'm going to use... I keep forgetting I have these things. I should use a big one. These are recycling facilities. They don't create pollution. They just create noise. But they process garbage, which is like super convenient. So that'll be just for like this quadrant. I do like this now. Like, remember before I said this might be a little bit too much? All it took was just some trees. When in doubt, just fill it in with trees. I'm actually gonna put some more trees. I think trees are that great. I would also maybe like to use a few rocks through here. Let me try and get some of those in before we get too far away. You running on a potato laptop? I couldn't even tell you running on a laptop, actually. I legit would not have known unless you said that. Do I want these rocks or do I want these rocks? I'll use these ones. So I don't really think we're going to make much changes to this interchange. I think we're probably going to keep all this the same. I might hypothetically open this up to more lanes, like I would do just basically this. Use that street and then just use traffic president to change the speed limits. By the way, the general shape of this is not going to change, so I'm going to throw in some rocks and whatnot to make this more of a permanent structure. And you know, like this kind of stuff, personal preference, whatever you want. Don't feel like you have to use them. I like them. And I've got overlapping anarchy mods on, so I'm able to get these in without the trees and everything despawning. But as a result, some things might look silly because they're clipping, so use your imagination until I clean everything up at the end, you know? It's like here, right? That looks silly. But that looks better. Oh, Izili. I don't know why I'm saying this again because it's so dorky I'm saying this, but my girlfriend said the greatest thing to me the other day. She was like casually watching one of the streams or whatever, and then she's like, "Do you think I could build a city?" I was like, "Yes." She's like, "You'll show me how?" And I was like, "Absolutely." So she wants to play City Skylines. That's like the coolest thing ever. I don't know why that's so like awesome, but I think that's awesome. So if she's good, maybe she should stream one time, right? Can you imagine that? Just throw on the stream, you guys tune in, and it's not me sitting there. You'd be like, what in the heck is going on here? Oh, I have severed my connection to the mainland. Oh, can I put this underwater? No, but I can if I do that, right? Sweet. Electricity underwater. Perfect. Just like in real life, right? No, that's gonna, yeah, it breaks, darn it. Not to mention, I think that would kill like, all the fishies, right? Explorer Cat, my friend, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the host and all the action and everything. Great seeing you. Have yourself a great night. Littlefoot, to a certain extent, you want to keep them away, just because they create a lot of noise pollution and ground pollution. Oh, remember this whole area? Darn it, that's still a problem. I'm gonna get rid of this. But your office buildings, those act as industry, so you can have those things pretty close by. So you can see over here we're kind of mixed zoning. So these would offer jobs the same way industry would. It's good though to have some industry in your city, because you want to have some manufacturing be done locally, because that'll cut back on the amount of trucks and stuff that need to be brought into the city. So you can kind of see like all these guys here. I mean, we theoretically... well, actually, you know what we could do to get rid of this? If I put a cargo train port in, that would help a lot with the traffic volume through here. I'm surprised we actually aren't using one. Maybe we can tie it in with our soon-to-be eventually constructed thingamajigger over here. This is going to be like an industrial shipping yard, and we're going to pull in the terrain over here. I don't have the tile bot yet, but I can still technically use power of the mods, right? So I would like terraform in here, and I would cut like something like this out, and then we would use this for boat activity. And then we can have like a seawall set up all along this, and then we can yeah, bring in like a train and stuff, and like this should cut back on traffic. Oh, CJ, well, thanks for the host. Appreciate that. Thanks for tuning in too. Hope you're having a great night. Guys, thanks for all the follows, the bits. Love being able to take bits now. It's awesome. I know Ethan's gone, but Ethan's support earlier was awesome too. And of course, you fun folk just being here means the world to me. My lurker crew as well. Love you guys. I have some people where it's like they're here for months and months and months and months and months, and they finally break the ice, and I'm always so happy when that happens. All right, cool. So that's kind of what we're gonna do. I think a little bit for the. But like, also, Littlefoot, depends on what kind of area you're going for. Because if you're making like a small town, like I don't think it's the end of the world. Maybe have like 1 or 2 little factory buildings just kind of down the street from a residential zone. Gosh, this is a terrible disaster for traffic right here. This is just not happening. I was hoping that more people would use this breakaway here and use this exit. It's just this on its own, it's just not enough. This is not working. Okay. And where are you coming from? I guess you're coming from here? Yeah, that's right. Part of it is the fact that the spacing between these intersections is pretty poor, so traffic has to wait for the traffic in front of it to clear before it enters the intersection. That's kind of inefficient. So I think that can be fixed really quickly. Might even be able to do that like this. Should allow a little bit more traffic to back up in here. Faster flow through. Good. And then the other thing we could do is get rid of the roundabouts and have the road end in like a 6-lane thing. Like, let's try that out. Yeah, I tend to switch more to offices as the city grows, but I kind of like having just a little bit of industry, especially kind of like a little shipping corridor and stuff. And I use a lot of like these kind of assets. Like, I know it looks silly because we're not really done building it, right? But I've got a whole bunch of like cargo containers and oh, here are the rest of the boats. Haha! Darn it, Salty PO's gone. Darn it. Oh, I wanted to see these in action. What on earth? That's so cool. That's like a battleship thing. That's so cool. We have destroyers and frigates, and there's like a aircraft carrier. Why didn't I think to look there? Of course. That's so cool. USS Missouri. Neato presto. Container ship. A Burke class. That's so cool. It's a frigate. There's my aircraft carrier. This thing better be huge. Oh yes, look at how cool that is. Oh my gosh. I don't know why, the little things, guys, they make me so excited sometimes. That's really cool. Oh, 902 unowned. Yes. That has been, like, ever since I was a kid, a dream of mine to be able to do a recreation of Toronto. I've tried before in video games, it's never really got that far. I tried it, very seriously tried it in SimCity 4. But that was like, I started doing that, and then I heard about City Skylines, and I was like, well, I might as well wait. But I tried it before. There weren't enough mods at the time. Now I am so confident that we can do it. And so my plan was once I finish either, I have 2 cities on the go. Once I either finish with this city or the one I work on Sundays, once one of those is done, I'm gonna start doing a like a stream for Toronto, where like just like right now we'd be working on Toronto instead of this. And I have let me show you, I have countless assets. So right here, CN Tower. I'm not playing with unlocks, so they're not all unlocked, right? But I got the CN Tower. I got Ace, look at this, CBC, right? This is so killer. I got like Brookfield, I have like BMO, all the towers from downtown. We got Rogers Center and Skydome floating around somewhere here. I don't remember where exactly. This is technically the one from New York, but we have the Flatiron building. Same kind of style. A whole bunch of Canadian Tires, like just very like generically Canadian things. Toronto City Hall, what? Another one of our Commerce Court. I got all those, I think 3 or 4 buildings of those. IKEAs, those are a Toronto-y thing. Silver City, also a Toronto-y thing. For life, man, I don't remember where they are. But yeah, I just have so many more Toronto assets. But and then also I went crazy with Rico. You can see a whole bunch of my office buildings here, like Scotia, like and Royal Bank, and like that kind of stuff, right? So I'm really. Oh, I got a Tim's. I don't have it as a ploppable, I don't think. I think it's just a commercial asset. It might be a ploppable. No, Boston Pizza. Pizza. Second Cup. LCBO. RBC. Oh my gosh. Well, this is cool too. This is Pizza Planet from Toy Story. You guys recognize this? So I don't have a date when. I kind of see us working on this, honestly, probably for like a while. If time permits and we can start streaming like a 3rd day a week, because right now I just stream on Fridays and Sundays. But if time can permit, the next project, 1000% we're going to start is the Toronto build. It has been like literally a lifelong goal of mine. The clogs, yes. Yeah, Quadraman. Oh my goodness, I'm glad you didn't see earlier. My I actually had OBS crash because I have way too many assets running, and my computer it is running so sluggish right now. I turned down a little bit of the OBS settings so that I can get a bit more frames, but my computer is not really happy at camper right now. So that upgrade I've been putting off has to be done. Oh, and I know I gotta do the Find It mod. My logic for not using a lot of the main mods, like those kind of things, is because I'm already pushing my computer to like the limits. I can pretty much find things to a certain extent, kind of, sort of, relatively fast-ish, and so I just one less mod to to run to free up some space on the computer. Okay, this might be fast enough in terms of outflow to eliminate this entire backlog. If not, we might maybe need to have a different configuration to this. I think this may have to change anyway. I don't know if I visually like it that much as it is, to be honest. That's no good. I don't know if we need to lower this, or if the water is just kind of doing that because we just terraformed. I'm gonna maybe put a seawall in. I'm not really panicking yet, that's why I'm not really sounding the alarm bells. I don't know if I can get this in looking nice. But whenever you terraform, just water always has like weird, behavioral stuff, right? Okay, so I have a key anarchy, which allows me just to go anywhere with the keys. That'll help a little bit, and I'm just going to terraform what's left away. But again, I'm not really sounding the alarm bells just yet. If needs be, we can always build a seawall up around this, but... Okay, let's terraform. Now, check back in 5 minutes when the whole city is flooded. Then I might be a little worried, right? Actually, even just a temporary help it while I'm doing more stuff. Let's just do this. And it's just my theory is just the displacement right now. It's not actually an issue with flooding, but with the water it'll sort itself out. And I'm so confident that you can tell I have not even lost my cool about this. There we go. That helps. Okay, so let's terraform and fix this. We're just going to run into a little bit of a headache with the city, just for a moment here. Hopefully not a lot of people don't move out, though. Okay, let's move this. And like, I've done way worse and been able to come back from it. That's why I'm not really that stressed. It's just like this doesn't really help our population, right? There we go. It's so funny, we joked about this being a problem too, and I was like, no, I won't flood the city. Sure enough. Sure enough. Alright, and there might be a few spots where the terraforming did not work properly, so I'm going to have to redo just a little bit of this. So like in those spots, you can kind of see where the terraforming was the issue. Let's get rid of the wall. Oops. And let's put that right back in. Great. Now the other thing that could have actually happened, it may, now that I see it on the side profile, is we could have some dips in the seawall. Which means we'd have to use the Move It mod just to ensure that we have a nice even lip through here. But again, we'll just let this sit for a few minutes and let the game kind of catch its breath, and that should kind of sort the water problems. And then it'll evaporate everywhere else. But if you do happen to have the, was it natural disasters? Oh, natural disasters was the water outflow pipe, not snowfall. I don't know why I said that earlier. But if you do happen to have natural disasters installed, you can use, oh gosh, where is it? These guys here. they'll clean up flooded areas, which is kind of fun to watch. And so this thing will dispatch trucks that will go scoop up all the water. Go, my pretties, go. All right, maybe we have a bit more flooding than I was planning on having, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't obviously think this was going to happen, but here we are. We can see like the displacement wave, right? That's kind of what it was. It's almost like we just dropped a really big rock in here. That's kind of the kind of what happened, right? It's not like we poorly planned it or anything like that, right? It's just a little bit unavoidable. The first few times I did this, I was like so panicked, right? But now it's like, you know, just let it settle. But then you can see like right there how low that went. Sometimes that does happen. So sometimes you do end up creating like little flood zones, right? I kind of run into that problem a bit more though, just because I'm using the key anarchy mod. So like my keys don't really follow the shoreline properly. But hypothetically, you just like raise them up, right? Anyway, we'll just let that sit. I think we're okay now. I'm not going to pause the game though, because obviously I want the water to evaporate. And I was going to just like stop everything from kind of moving along. These are poor highways flooded, right? But the pump trucks, right? So they come and they soak up all the water. When they're full, they go back down, back to the depot and just deposit the water and come back. Like garbage trucks kind of thing. The best for electricity, honestly, I think is the nuclear power plants. I'm a big fan of that. These are just kind of here holding. A lot of this is just placeholder because this area is entirely under construction. But what I'm going to do is terraform a little island in and around here, and I'm going to put the utilities and like a power plant, that kind of stuff over there. I mean, in real life too, power plants, like nuclear power plants, are exceedingly efficient. Like meltdowns don't really happen all that often, right? But yeah, I wish solar was a bit more efficient, and I wish the dams were not as hectic. Like they're difficult to get to work. And this is a custom asset. I really like this thing here. It's like old school, kind of coal power plant. I like that thing a lot. I downloaded this one though. There's so much flooding, it's created like beaches area. That's so funny. Well, you always wanted a waterfront view. How much power does a nuclear power plant produce? I want to say like 1,200 or so. Oh, 640. Well, half that. But it's a decent chunk of power. Like these guys are like 40, right, megawatts. I mean, it's astronomical. Here's a 120, so it's like 3 or 4 times the size of a regular power plant. And I think also it's a really well modeled asset. This is a cool, just looking building, and it's really fun if you use like some canals and like stuff like that, because you can kind of make it seem like you have like a little waterway to help support. You know, so you'd have like this. You could even have like a little outflow pipe that just for funsies would just do nothing other than just do, you know, a little bit of this. So just like connect that or whatever, right? Just like, you know, whatever you want, right? You can make it seem like that's like the holding pond for like the water. I have a whole bunch of these custom things downloaded, so you can put in some clarifiers if you want to. Can kind of make it seem like, you know, you got some holding ponds. So all this kind of fun stuff together, I think, just helps tie in like the story of your city. Just add that little bit extra realism. I feel like, you know, I sometimes fall victim to it as well, but a lot of people just build for the sake of building. There's no real purpose, right? And then your story has no, your city has no story, I should say. Like there's not that, like there's no life to it, you know? What the heck is going on with all this? Where's all this water coming from? What have I just done right here? I just created a water source by accident. Oh, that was the, that was me getting rid of the canal, of course. Of course. But I have very unconventional building styles too. I like take weird breaks and move to other parts of the map and all this other crazy stuff. almost forgot about this thing here. Now why is everyone going here and U-turning? That's weird. Oh, perhaps because I need another way over. No, I think the final verdict, I think I'm going to redo this whole thing eventually, just not now. Now that we got demand again for residential, let's go back over here. And I've managed, like on the islands map when we had Lakewood, I had a dam that was 1,200 plus units of power being generated, megawatts or whatever, and that was like crazy cool. But I had to use the mods to get the extra tiles. I want to have another 6-lane road that curves and follows that same profile as this whole shebang. How are we going to get that to line up? Is a 6-laner the way to go? Maybe a 6-laner with a bike lane? I don't think it has to be perfect, as long as it's kind of the same ballpark. I mean, that sort of is it, right? I'd want more ways through, and I maybe want a bridge bypass as well. I'm gonna upgrade that to look like this soon, but not right now. Like here could be a tunnel, for example, because it's gonna be tough to bridge with the monorail. I have to go super tall for that. I like that. I like the rocks too. Not too many of them, just a nice little bit of extra. I like putting rocks in the water too. These ones came with a map. I like when this kind of works and they flow over and around it nicely. Sometimes they can make like weird squared off like edges. Got lucky with this though. Yeah, the water in this game, it has moments where it's so silky smooth, and other times it just gets like congealed and stuck like jello. Like it's weird sometimes, you know. Hey, German Canadian, what's going on? Long time no see, my friend. How are you been? Oh, these silly rocks too. I won't lie, you're just kind of catching the tail end of things, but I will be doing a 12-hour stream on Friday, if you'll be around, and I'm also going to be streaming again on Sunday too. All right. So I guess we'll do kind of the same thing over here, right? Just a little bit of just people zoning, some parks, same kind of shebang, not too developed. Oh, the heat. Oh, don't even get started. You know what though? I will not complain because you'll see I'm wearing my trusty cardigan. It is so cold in my house that I actually need a sweater. But at this point, it's like I'm not turning the AC down, right? Like the humidity would just sneak back in so fast. This also, guys, little asterisk, this is probably my favorite song out of the entire SimCity 2013 soundtrack. And so I'm going to do, I think, trees on that side of the corridor as well. And I think this is going to be a bridge that just goes up and straight across. Just kind of be like a support for this dude. Oh, your power's out? Oh man, that is not fun. Oh. Well, I appreciate using your phone's data then to hang out with us right now. Nice. Yeah, that does look good right there, right? Now I could see us doing a couple little bridges going over top of this, or we can have something like that again in the middle with little bridges on either side, just to bypass. Oh, am I buffering again? Oh, darn it. Oh boy. Yeah, my internet, my computer, and just everything has been very finicky today. Unfortunately. Speed limits. That's what I want. Do 70. So again, this is not like really a highway, it's more like an expressway. It just kind of goes around. It's a little highway bypass. And I don't really care that there's all these icons here. There should be service vehicles going in and out of this spot. And oh my goodness, we just missed it. This entire area just burned down. Oh no, our golf course burned down. At least part of it did. Gosh, what is it? Like Twilight was making that joke earlier. This really is like the arson city. You can see like in this one stream alone, there's been this fire. There's been that fire. We had another fire somewhere else, didn't we? I don't know, there's remnants of it anymore. This is good news. At least our beach is starting to dry up, right? Oh my goodness, this is such a this is a very silly stream, right? Okay, is the water, is it settled enough that I can, oh for goodness sakes. That's where the game hates me. It's just when you thought the flooding was over, right? So we have to terraform, obviously, but we may have to do some of this too, where we raise the seawalls up a little bit. Oh boy, oh boy. Sometimes it's tricky to get these to, just to get everyone talking to each other. And unfortunately we're going to end up with another big splash in the water. Oh well. Oh, you got unlimited data? Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, it's tough to get unlimited data these days up here. What I would not give, though, for unlimited data on my phone. Oh my gosh. It'd be like winning the lottery. Yeah, I've seen, I heard that on the news or whatever. There's suspected arson. Arson seems to be a pretty big issue right now. It's kind of scary. I mean, it's just like, you know, how do you prevent it, right? Like, it just, unless you have like cops like everywhere and everyone always like watching stuff. It's just weird. Yeah, arson is such a... At the same time, it's also surprising how arson isn't more of an issue, right? Just the opportunity to just cause so much widespread destruction so quickly, right? And it's like, it's very, very, very challenging to catch an arsonist from what I understand. Oh, is I really... Oh, for goodness sakes. Even with the anarchy on, I still can't pull that off. That's annoying. Wow, who would have thought this would be giving us so much trouble? Oh, for goodness sakes. What just happened right there? Oh my goodness, this game. Why do you do this to me? All this just gets smooth shorelines. Oh boy, oh boy. And Slender Psycho, what's going on? How are you tonight? That's right, this game, if nothing else, is a really great just test of your patience. Okay. Well, I can kind of see a bit of an issue as to what we were doing here. A lot of height problems. It's difficult for us to kind of see this. We don't really have the tile perched over here, right? So we're kind of doing a lot of this just from eyeball, but I might be able to get some semblance of order through this. Oh, all these buildings got destroyed. Oh, jeez. Oh, it's a tram. Oh, wait a minute. What are we doing here with trams? Let's not continue with a tram that way. We'll continue with a tram like this, though. 6-laner. This will probably just go towards Central Station down here. Yeah, it's all just, it's weird that the terrain is being just the way it is, right? I'll drop it on 3-speed again, see what happens. It might splash up and over a bit again. But I feel like the bulk of the flooding is over. And it's like, this isn't so bad. I just may need to redo this kind of stuff off camera. I just gonna end up spending too much time doing it. Oh, the new Metroid game? Oh my goodness. I honestly, like, I want to get a Switch, like, so badly right now. Like, in its current state, though, I want like a Gen 2 Switch. Like, I don't want a Gen 1. There's a lot of issues that need to be kind of resolved. I mean, you can scratch the, like, the console just from going in and out of the dock, right? Like, that kind of stuff worries me so much. So, I don't know. But then there's just so many good games coming out, and then there's no real talk of like, you know, the Switch Gen 2 or whatever, so I don't know what to do here. But I feel like the next console I would buy for sure would be a Switch. I think I would try and maybe borrow like an Xbox One or PS4 if I was like really dying to play any of those titles. And to be honest, I really want to try City Skylines on Xbox One, so I may actually just try and hassle one of my friends who has an Xbox and then just buy the game and then gift it after or whatever, right? I'm not trying to badmouth the Switch or anything, guys. I just think that like the design could be improved on, and I just like given my luck, like the day I buy one is the day they'll announce the Switch 2 coming next week. I'll be like, darn it, there'll be no refunds on the first one. I'll be like, extra darn it. It's obviously not the case, but you know what I mean, right? I have like that kind of luck. I'm gonna have a bit of distinction, or like kind of a little boundary between our golf course and the real world, but this building's a little bit close. Oh, it's, you can't even drive anymore. Like it's becoming kind of pointless to take your car. Like I honestly, I'm at that point too, where I don't even know objectively like what is the appeal. But then I love the city so much. It's so weird. It's because I've grown up here or whatever. It's like all I know, I guess, right? But I don't know. It's just it's too expensive, right? So I can't afford to live here even. Like I live with 2 other people, right? So we split a house. But I can't afford to live on my own, right? Like it's just, you know. So I really, I don't know. But then where else do you go? Because even like nearby cities are starting to get like gridlock and all that, right? I should just move to Germany or something, right? Can I get rid of that other row that's in there, or do I have to move this? Oh, it is moved. No, it's not. It's haha, I thought so. Oh, German can't touch with the host as well. Appreciate that. Yeah, the big setback, of course, for the Xbox is the fact that you can't do any modding. But I think Microsoft is to blame for that. I think they like something in the way that their store thing is set up. They don't really want. I don't know. I don't want to make anything up here. I just feel like it has something to do with that, though. But I could be very, very, very mistaken. So we have this building, and yet we don't even use a ferry system yet. Honestly, like Brantford or like Guelph or like something like that, like all those places are starting to become more of a realistic option. But then I don't know. Like I don't know if I want to leave the city. I don't know. Like it's such a I don't know. It's too much to think about right now, I guess. I said that unless I like, you know, make like the big dollars or whatever. Toronto is not really a long-term place. But like all my family and friends are pretty much here, so it's tough to move. But it just, yeah, the amount of traffic that there really is, and it's just, it's not fun. Like it used to take me like 15-20 minutes to get across the city. Now it's like an hour. Even my commute to work is like bonkers. So it's not like the old days. Oh, I guess those things were actually doing stuff with power, weren't they? Yeah, a little temporary bridge in our power. That's true as well. Petrol's getting pretty expensive. It's not so bad in Toronto, but if you drive like an hour outside of Toronto, it's like, you know, 5 to 10% less. So it's like, you know, not the end of the world, but everything is just increasing in price, and people's salaries are just not matching it, do you know? I'm very fortunate. Like, I work for my dad. My dad pays me very well. I'm able to do this. So this is a good, you know, secondary side income. I have like part-time jobs, so everything's kind of like I'm still able to do this. But I feel like I have to work pretty hard. I don't think this building's connected to anything. Darn it. Yeah, it's like it's a tough grind to keep all this going. And so something's gotta give, you know. I'm not upset. I'm not bitter. You know, just it is what it is. I just kind of feel like maybe things could be a bit better, that's all. Maybe if we upgrade that to a road. Oh, that's the road right there. Oh. Gotcha. That's kind of neat how that went. We'll move this thing. Put that over in here. This should now be close enough to the street, but then, I don't know. Let me just get rid of this thing 1 second. Try again here. Hour and a half to get to, oh my gosh. I bet you like the last half of it was in the downtown part too, even. Gas is 87.8? Yeah, see, it's like 103 for me. It's like a 13-14 cent difference. I mean, it's just enough, right? That's kind of, that adds up over time. So I like this, but then the fact that it kills the parking lot a bit, right? Like that doesn't really jive too well with me. But then, like, would we really notice? You know what I mean? Like, no, that's kind of cool as it is, right? That's fine. Kind of a neat building. Well, it's staying for the moment, but that might change again. Yeah, it's the Move It mod. It's the one I'm using to kind of do all this crazy stuff. It's probably the greatest mod that's ever been made, ever. Like, it's so incredibly handy. You can use it to manipulate and like pull the snap points. So like wherever there's a node, I can just click and drag. If I don't like that, just press Control Z, Control Z, you know, just undo it. I can change the angle, so you can create your own roundabouts, like that kind of stuff if you want to. You can move multiple nodes at once. Like, it really is amazing. If I'm attached to the ground, which I am right now, I can just grab like a pillar point. I can go page up and page down, and that'll just terraform. If you have like bridge pillars, same idea. You can just page up, page down. So I mean, it's pretty crazy. I wish I didn't get rid of that pillar. I don't know why it did, but whatever. You can also delete individual pillars. You can move the pillars. It's crazy. Oh, thanks for that. Yeah, the country club, it turned out okay. I don't know why I'm hating so much on it. But I was kind of saying a little bit earlier in the stream, my master plan is to just kind of reclaim the waterfront. And I want to do kind of like a V shape with some roads in here, have some high density buildings, a nice big park in here with maybe a university campus, and then just fill this all a bit more. Because right now I think it looks cool, but it just kind of, it needs more around it. It just seems like so out of place, right? But we have our NFL stadium, which I think turned out pretty cool. Little casino district. We had this massive fire not too long ago that ripped through this whole part. But it's a cool looking city. I really like it. And the more we play on this map, the more it kind of grows on me. But we're just trying a whole bunch of just random fun stuff out. So a lot of stuff's just kind of in weird states of flux right now. But like, it's kind of a just random that we're streaming on a Wednesday. But generally every Friday we work on this city, and we've been doing like 4 or 5 weeks in a row now. And I have a different city that we work on Sundays. And that's kind of my streaming schedule for the moment. Usually stream Fridays and Sundays. I'll throw in an extra day just kind of randomly here and there. Just I'm trying to like just, you know, get out there a little bit more often. That's kind of what today is. But just so I can share my schedule with you guys. And again, I sound like a total broken record, but I'm in this weird transition point where it's like I would love to be able to stream more and that kind of stuff, but it's like, you know, the job that pays more, right? So it's tough to give that up. So I know you guys are kind of also at this point expecting me to be streaming a little bit more and making more like YouTube content and everything. It's kind of tricky to get it all balanced. So I want you guys to know that I am trying. It's just a little tough to juggle it all sometimes. German King, my friend, thank you very much for hanging out. Great seeing you again. And yeah, I hope to see you on Friday or Sunday. And so I don't know idea why I was suddenly thinking about you too the other day randomly. And the fact that you came in, I don't remember what I was thinking about you for. I don't, not to sound like a stalker or anything, but it must like there was a reason. But yeah, so funny how that works, you know. Oh, I think we lost a little bit of that symmetry at the end right there, but still not too far off. So I might just end up keeping that, just to kind of keep that little flow kind of going. I don't really want us to be in a perfectly gridded city. Like, I wanted to get away from the boxiness sometimes, you know. And we'll probably go back to maybe a grid on top of this. Hey, JQNCS, what's up? I think we're not wrapping up, but we're getting pretty close to that. I was really hoping to hit the population milestone before the end of the stream. I don't think it's possible. So let's maybe just do a bit more residential zoning. We'll keep this part open because this is probably going to end up being maybe a little bit of a suburb / extension to the university campus. Maybe the campus will be up here. So maybe some more symmetry will come out of this. I don't know yet. Or the campus might end up being down here. Either way, I just want to get to some more milestones because when we get to 70,000, yeah, of course 75,000, we can get the rest of the 81 tiles. So if I were parked on that, and that'll of course make, like, you know, planning these kind of things a lot easier. But overall, I like what we have. The city's looking pretty good. Still a lot of room for improvements. Our newly built beach is drying up. That's good. It's turned out okay. Still gotta finish the terraforming, but. So the master plan is to make a shipping corridor through here with a whole bunch of industry supporting, maybe the U shape right here. We're going to redo this. I don't really like that. I think it looks kind of weird. It's fine for the moment though. And then this is going to be a big national park up in the hills here. You can see there's a little bit of a start to that now. And some mountaintop research facility kind of stuff. Maybe we can put in a like a telescope or something up here too. we were just kind of testing some fun stuff out with the blimps and the cable cars. That's why we have that there. So this originally was the city we made a few days before mass transit came out, just to kind of test some stuff out. We had early access to it. And I wasn't playing with any mods. And so the city, it's taken on a different shape now that we have mods. So we've done some really weird stuff. But yeah, the new residential area, we made this thing here. I don't know if you managed to see most of this or not, JQNCS. But this turned out, I think, pretty okay. And we put in a lot more trees. Just kind of doing now a little bit more on this side too. And I mean, a little bit happened in and around here. Just a bit of industrial expansion. And I flooded the entire city. As you can see from the remnants of where the sand or whatever it is. Yeah, when I put this in, it just like it broke the banks and just spilled everywhere. It was okay. It was fun. Everything turned out all right, right? And as long as we're having fun, that's what's important. Okay, so why don't we just get rid of these props? Oh, I didn't mean to copy. That's cool. I did that though. That's everything. Great. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know. I like them because I think it looks kind of nice having some like different colors to the roads. But I know what you mean. It's nice to have the extra lane versus how this is set up. Oh, also random TTC. Look at this. Haha! Look at that fishbowl GMC bus. Staple of all of our childhoods. If anyone lives in North America, you see these buses everywhere. Another Canadian building, Shoppers Drug Mart. Ah! I love it. I have so many Canadian assets going right now. It's just awesome. Nice little soccer field here. Oh, I'm getting so distracted. But you can see our population, we've gone like literally nowhere. Because I flooded the city, we lost so many people, right? And we went through a big death wave as well, so it's been like anti-progress. I'd like to not have this go through. I kind of want people to go that way, but that's kind of far. I'm sometimes wary of doing too many four-way intersections on these kind of things. So I just want like faster highway outflow, right? I think we're okay for the moment, but again, we'll just keep an eye on things. You never know. And this, I mean, this should be cool. Like when it's all like said and done with like, you know, boat traffic and train traffic kind of going through here. It should be kind of fun. And then I think in and around here might be where the island is going to be for our power plants and that kind of stuff and some utilities. Okay. Back to building. I seem to get so lost in the chit-chats, you know? Which is definitely not a bad thing. I'm totally here to chat with you guys, so it's great that I am chatting with you guys. Sometimes I get a little wrapped up and I almost forget there's a chat. And it's like, I'll be like 10 minutes into just talking to myself, and I'm like, oh, everyone's so quiet. And I'll look over and there's like 100 questions that I've missed. And I'm like, oh yeah, right. I gotta read that stuff. Yeah, we somehow managed to get a good shift in the demand. Just kind of snuck up on us out of nowhere. So fill this in with high density. I imagine that the services across the lane, or across the highway, are close enough that we don't have to worry about anything else over here. Maybe we need death care. Nope. Throw that down. Actually, I'm gonna go for a different building. Use the bigger one. I like that building there. But yeah, like schooling and stuff, that should be close enough, right? Oh, apparently it's not. Oh, that looks like it's going to fit really nicely right there. Oh, read my friends. I don't happen to have a mod list, but I'm exceedingly overdue in making one. If you head over to, I'm just going to send this into a thing. If you head over to Azilia's channel on her little announcement bar thing at the bottom, she's got, with links, a whole bunch of the main mods that are working with mass transit right now. But I unfortunately don't have a mod list. I was asked earlier for that too. A mod list I will make eventually. An asset list I probably will never end up making though, because there's just too many. But I don't mind tracking some assets down for some of you guys. But the main ones that I'm using that I really recommend, the Move It mod, definitely take a look at that one. The Road Anarchy mods, really anything made by Bloody Penguin. So like more beautification, extra landscaping tools, all like great stuff. You'll need Road Anarchy as well as like a Prop Anarchy. Those are both good ones to have. Like extra landscaping tools, Surface Painter, more beautification. Those three are pretty much all a good team to have. But I'll try and get maybe one out for Sunday. I don't know if I can get it as soon as then, but I'll try and get a mod list one day, you know. And I also have a lot of random mods that are required for other mods to work. Give you an idea, some of my random ones I use are, I've got like no purple pollution. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that. I don't have purple pollution in my zones. I have no seagulls, which is like, you don't notice it because you don't hear them. I have sharp textures, so that even from a distance you can see most of the buildings don't really get all like kind of anti-aliased. Like they're pretty sharp relatively. I'll just draw a distance. I have some transparency stuff too, so glass in some custom assets is a little bit more transparent instead of being where buildings kind of look like they have like that kind of glass effect to them almost, you know. Did I make the asset I just put down? Yeah, I made the parking lots. Those are the only ones I've made. This one here I did not make. This one I downloaded. This one I love. If that's the one you're referring. Grant Park is what you're looking for in the search. I think someone maybe posted that to Reddit. That's how I find a lot of the these assets. And this one here, a 6x16 bourgeois park with statue. Let me even copy that because that's a little crazy. Yeah, it's Rico. That's the one I use for the tall buildings. And so you'll need the Rico mod, and then you'll have to find these buildings individually to download. If you don't have Rico going when you download them, these will replace your default buildings. And so I have a combination. So if you download something that's like anything that's with growable in the title, it'll be like a condo that can spawn from a small building to a big building thing. And these ones are a little bit taller than just the generic buildings. So you kind of see like I have a few just like mixed in, right? But like these super tall ones, these are because of Rico, or they're going to be like these custom buildings, these kind of things as well, right? Depends on how they're made. Rico ones you can place multiple times. These ones you can only place once though. And then very few of these buildings are also from DLCs. Like this one's actually from the high-tech DLC pack. It's either that or the Art Deco. I don't remember. One of those two. But yeah, Rico, I don't think it's all that demanding on your system, all things considering. And what's really cool is these buildings, when you place them as a Rico, they'll function, which is really cool. So I got like workers and stuff in here, which is really great. So they're not just decoration, they actually help your city. But of course, mods, they use up your CPU processing power, so if your computer's not that fast, just be kind of warned. And then if you have a lot of assets, that's going to take up a lot of your RAM. And yeah, so if you get more RAM, you get like a solid state drive, that kind of stuff helps with your loading times. Because I mean, this game, unfortunately, it's exceedingly demanding on your computer. It's just no two ways about it. It just is what it is. Even on vanilla. But when you think about it, this game, it's pretty crazy what they managed to accomplish. Because you can get, you know, for most computers to a certain extent, you can get, you know, decently sized cities, like 500,000 or more type thing. If your computer can handle it, you can get up to like 1 million individual Sims living in your city, and then like the fact that they're all like accounted for, you know, they all like live, work, die, love, feel, shop. I mean, that's so cool, right? It's like a whole... And so, like, yeah, if the simulation wasn't so rich, you could definitely get away with, you know, having bigger cities and, like, smoother frames, but, you know, it's kind of cool to think that, like, every single person has a purpose in your city. And it's like, you know, if I leave this area, when I come back, like, the traffic jam could still be there, just like in real life, right? So it kind of helps, it kind of forces you to do a little bit more planning and thinking, I guess. Oh, you were no way, JQNCS, no way. I'm glad you you pushed me into that, and I cannot believe that there's no parking lots in the game themselves, right? Like no default parking lot. This just seems so strange to me. You just think that would be such a, you know, generically normal thing to find in a city builder, right? And yet it is not. It's weird, there's so many things in this game that you just expect there to be, but there aren't. But then I'm exceedingly hopeful that, like, you know, if enough people suggest it, or if, like, time permits, like, you know, there's just things they can just work on, or maybe they're already working on them now, right? But, like, just off the top of my head, a few things that are, it just seems so weird that they aren't in the game. Number one, yield signs. Like, how do you put in stop signs but not yield signs, right? When they did the traffic junction control. How do you not put that in? I don't understand that. How is there not a random map generator, right? Not that the maps are bad or anything, but it'd be really cool to have a bit more variety. And of course there's the workshop. There's like 20... I was just catching the first little intro of Bon Bon B's What Map Is That little series that he does. And I think it is, yeah, he was saying there's 23,000 maps now available for download on the workshop. So there's no end to maps per se, but you know. Oh, JQ said you don't have to worry. You don't have to comment. Don't worry, my friend. Yeah, I'm not. You can tell I'm not one of those people that's like, hey guys, hit the like button before the video starts. I don't. Like, that stuff's all. Like in my mind, if you make a good video, it'll, you know, people will find that like button. A nice casual reminder maybe at the end is whatever, right? But like, you know, before like the content even starts, when people were like, hey, don't forget to hit that like button, I'd be like, I don't know if I like it yet. That's not... Who are you trying to tell me what to like, you know? I just enjoy, you know, when things are a little bit more real feeling, more genuine on these kind of like, you know. I feel like, especially on the internet, like these days, a lot of people are kind of fake, you know. And that's whatever, not my style. Okay. It's pretty simple and it's kind of boxed up. I really like this though, like the little wraparound with the trees and our little highway thing. Honestly, trees, they just add that extra little bit of something. There's so many nice buildings. Like, see, how do you how do you, I don't know how to stop, guys. Like, look at this one block right here. Like, look at this building. Look at these buildings. Look at this Esso. Right? Is this from Germany? Self-tanking? Self-serve? That's cool. Pump your own gas, right? Tanking. That's funny. Tiger wash. Love it. Yeah, that's gotta be Deutsch. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Can you imagine if I started all my videos like that? I think I maybe will say something in like episode 1 of a new series, because like those are the ones you want to have do well in the search fields. But episode number 47, I won't be like, hey guys, make sure you hit that like button. You know, it's like whatever, right? If you like it, you like it. If not, no worries. Good content speaks for itself, right? That's kind of my thought on everything. Some people that like are just like crazy for self-promotion. Oh, and random thing too, right? Oh, hey, Guru, what's up, dude? Welcome. Do you guys? How many people go to the Cities Skylines subreddit? How many of you guys frequent that? Just out of curiosity here. So I have a fun little announcement. Maybe you guys even saw it. I don't know. Let's bring some power to this building. I know earlier I said I didn't really care that it wasn't powered, but now it's starting to bug me. little power bridge. Here, I'm gonna post, you guys can see a little link here. It's too funny. I love seeing this. So you guys, Curse Caliber, you check it out occasionally? Oh, I hate that fake on, yeah, when people are like, hey guys, welcome to the video, and it's like, don't forget to leave a like, and then 2 seconds later, they're just like, totally, yeah, not like that, yeah. Hey, here, check this out. City Skylines, about the moderators. Who's on the moderation team there, guys? Nice new addition. But yeah, 2 days ago, I got an invite to be a moderator for the City Skylines subreddit, like the official subreddit for the game. Which is like, well, not official because it's not Paradox, you know, but it's like the City Skyline subreddit on Reddit, I should say. So, yeah, I don't know what the appeal is for that like fakeness. You know what I mean? I literally don't understand it. Like, I don't know what you get from it. Like, I feel like it's a lot of younger people that maybe watch it too, like kids or something. I don't even know. Like, I literally just don't know. It's just not my style. No, I will not abuse that. I'm not allowed to abuse it, obviously. Like, self-promotion's a pretty, you know, you don't want to be doing bad stuff on that, so. Think, what can we do to make this faster? Like, this is starting to back up again. I think, like, obviously, like, having, like, more public transit and the extra highway kind of come through here, that'll help a lot. But, like, do we make this into a roundabout? Like, we don't really need it on both sides. Looks like just on the one, right? Yeah, exactly, mugging at the camera. I made it! But no, it was crazy, because, like, obviously there's a bit of a conflict of interest because I have the YouTube channel and stuff, right? But, like, I'm there pretty much every single day. And so I'm just kind of there just to keep an eye on things now. Make sure the chat and stuff is, you know, moving in a sensible direction. Make sure people aren't abusing, you know, anything. And make sure they're adhering to our posting policy and that kind of stuff. It's cool. But I'm very honored to be part of it. Well, maybe as a temporary start to this, we can just double up the lanes, and then here triple this one up so that we have the extra lane, so 2 lanes going right, 1 lane going left, kind of thing, right? And then I'm gonna do my idea that I thought about doing earlier, where we just add the extra lane here and then change the speed limits. I'm gonna do that the whole way down. And so we just click on our handy traffic precedents. I'll do speeds of 70, getting close to the junctions. I'll have 90 elsewhere. 70, 70, 90, 90. I'm just slowing them down a bit just for the realism's sake, so it doesn't look like they're all like going a million miles an hour into each other. Even turn this down a bit too. Yeah, you can eat my pizza, sure. Yes. You're funny. That's my roommate. My pizza's been claimed. And Littlefoot, I might be wrapping up here in about 5 minutes or so, so I might be kind of done before you come back. So if that's the case, have yourself a wonderful night. But yeah, as always, I ended up streaming a little bit longer than I had planned, which is such a good feeling. I like doing that. I kind of like when that's the case. That's way too wide, but just curious if I can. No, it's just a little bit too wide. That's not so bad right there. You do some pizza? Yeah, pizza's good, man. It was Papa John's too. It's like such a good price. It's only $6 for a small pizza. It's like 8 slices, like one topping. It's like such good value. I only end up eating like half the pizza, so I always end up having leftovers. So my roommates always like steal my pizza, which is totally fine. This is a little bit faster, but it's still, it's like not quite, you know? Not quite there yet. I think a roundabout really is the best option. I don't really want to make that just right now, though. Oh, hey, JBS, what's up? Oh, I got a tree in my monitor. Oh, I do. I do indeed. Oh, that's a little bit low, actually, this whole connection. Oh, what have we done here? Alright, let's just do it. This will possibly be the last thing we do. Let's try for a roundabout right here. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. Pizza's the only bay. Well, honestly, pizza is definitely desert island food for me. I love pizza. It's great. Alright, so that goes down like that. And then we create a roundabout. 2-laner. Might be a bit bigger than it needs to be, but just because of the extra volume of traffic we're getting. Connected to the 6-lane road. Oh, I should do that, right? Oh. Yeah, I didn't think about that, actually. Well, we have that connection there. I just, Yeah, it's, let's see how this ends up looking. Sorry guys, losing my poor voice here towards the end of the stream. Of course. Of course. So that could go like that. That could go like that, hypothetically. Let me just delete that. That goes in like this. What do I do is that warp in the roundabout. Nice. Move this. There we go. Okay, that works. And turn right. This will have to be a yield on the way in. Nice. That's fast like that. And then these guys go in like this, eh? Okay. And then... Yes, okay, let's just reconnect that and see what it looks like. I guess we'll keep a double lane too. Yeah, Domino's has definitely stepped up their game. I remember Domino's a few years ago was like horrifyingly scary to order. Such a gamble. But no, these days, yeah, Domino's is definitely pretty sick. Or, I said sick and safe, so sick, but yeah. They're pretty, yeah, they're a good bet. I don't think I have a Domino's. I do. No, I do have a Domino's close to me. But yeah, I normally just go to Papa John's just because it's so inexpensive and the value. I'm all about value. I'm one of those kind of people, guys. I don't think we need this anymore. It's kind of pointless. At the same time, it's kind of fun. There's no need for it, I guess. Okay, what on earth have we made ourselves here? Let us just wait and see. This could be a problem. Oh my gosh, that is going to be a really big problem. Everyone's waiting for this, right? Yeah, I don't know if we can have that. I think we can just have that as a way in almost, not as a way out. Try that. Still put the same yield sign. And then for here, a yield to come in. Okay. No one yields. Obey, please! Obey the rules I've given you. Okay, good, good, good. Like, ideally, I want to have, who do I want to have the priority here? Oh, goodness gracious me. I might do this as well. Have a stoplight just to slow a little bit of the, or sorry, to create a little bit of a break in traffic, so we don't run into this kind of problem too often. Godfathers? Oh, I don't think I've ever even had them. There's a, it's like Pizziolo. It's kind of like an Italian style place. They have a pizza slice called the Godfather, which is like, I think 4 types of meat or something ridiculous like that on it. The roundabout, a little bit of a mess. A bit of one, but it kind of functions, right? Like the principal idea behind the roundabout right now is if you're coming this way, you would use this road right here to get onto the highway instead of going the whole way through the roundabout to get to this one. So that's kind of what those are for. And then we're having people yield because we have a lot of space for the backup here. So people yield so that the roundabout still has fast flow through. We have a yield sign here as well, just to allow, again, faster flow through. There's a traffic light here, just to kind of create breaks in the roundabout just naturally, so that traffic can still kind of make its way in and out. Because unfortunately, gridlock could take over. We might get to a point where there just won't be a chance for people to yield and stuff, you know, properly. But I think given like what we had before, how the backup went like, you know, way onto the highway, I think this is kind of better. And then you can see hypothetically, if there's no one in the way, you can have like continuous flow through here. So I'd say like arguably we've done a wicked huge improvement here, right? Yeah, guys, pizza it's so good, like so good. Some of my favorite pizzas, I have a few that are just like so like, I don't want to say they're out in left field, but like sometimes people are like, really, you do that on a pizza? And I'm like, Fendissimo or whatever. I don't even know what the Italian word is, but yeah, I'm like, yes. One such pizza, so good. Very welcome to try this, guys. So you have your pizza, regular base, like tomato sauce, cheese. You have chicken as your meat, and then you put zucchini as your vegetable, and then you drizzle on barbecue sauce. And oh, my mouth is watering thinking about it. It is so good. Another pizza, which is also strangely delicious, is you know, regular cheese and tomato sauce base, and then you have chicken, and then pineapple, and then hot peppers or banana peppers, and then barbecue sauce. Same idea, just amazingly delicious. Or like a barbecue chicken, like a buffalo chicken pizza is so good, right? Like buffalo barbecue sauce, chicken, and just the meat and cheese, so good. We'll put in a longer runoff road from the highway. I thought about that too. I mean, this is still, we got the extra lane right here, right? Like this kind of breaks. I mean, it's not so bad. If it backs up a bit more, I mean, I don't know. I think it's okay for the moment. Just leave it at that, I guess. I don't know. This could also be a bit of an issue eventually. I just think that we possibly need one more highway connection and another bridge just to kind of come through. But it's tough to make that call. We don't have the, you know, we don't have the tile built or bought, so we can't even test some stuff out. It's just like we're creating a bit of a bottleneck because there's not really that many options in and out here. We're just kind of making the best of what we got, I guess. But I think, guys, I think we're going to end things off here. I ended up streaming like way longer than I thought. I was going to maybe do like 2 or 3 hours only, and I think we're at like almost 4 hours. So that's really good. City definitely looks good too. Again, we work at such a slow pace. I really wouldn't say that we get like the worlds of things done in every stream, but like we're slowly getting there. And so yeah, the main thing we did for this stream is we kind of did a little bit of rework over here. We put this park in instead of this building right here, so that got changed. Put in some more trees. Did a little bit of a change just in through here, slightly. A few different buildings. This little area too. And like, you know, honestly, big addition to the trees. I just snuck a few more in down here, and just that ended up looking really nice, just in there too. It's all slowly coming together, guys. I like this. And the Golf and Country Club, like the more things we kind of put in and around, the more I like it. And we scaled this down to try and get rid of a lot of the traffic. Definitely did a good job of that. It's kind of cool having a little national road coming through here too. I think maybe, and this is the kind of stuff like I want to do this kind of detailing, but it's like so time consuming. But I want to maybe put in some fencing, some lighting, like that kind of stuff in through our national road here. We gotta maybe do some more on-off ramps or something. There's just so much I want to do. I just feel like time is just never enough of it, you know? And also, I kind of like this kind of stuff where we start, you know, with one thing. Like you can still see like this traffic volume still is fine for this, but like this side we had to change it. I like doing these kind of fun projects. And I like how this stuff kind of takes over sometimes. This in my mind is like real life city building, right? Like we're just getting our hands dirty, we're trying stuff out. I like that a lot. Oh, I've done that too, instead of the barbecue sauce instead of the red sauce, but I kind of like the combo. Or I'll get like barbecue sauce for dipping, but yeah, I've done that before too, which is so good. Like buffalo, like the barbecue, yeah, buffalo chicken. So you get the barbecue sauce instead of the meat sauce. I love doing that. How to get the golf course? I downloaded the, let me see if I can find the, I think I made that in the comments. Just an asset. Let's see if I can get you the asset pack. Oh yes, here they are. Workshop collection. So if you guys want to download the golf course, totally feel free. That's the asset workshop collection page for that. And it's some country club assets as well as the greens. All right, well guys, I think we'll wrap things off here. Good stream, definitely a lot of fun. And I can take bits now. That's so cool. I got my first bits. That's awesome. So guys, thanks for the follows. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the bits. Thanks for the donations. Thanks for hanging out. And we'll be doing this again on Friday. We're going to be doing a 12-hour stream, but instead of playing City Skylines, we're going to be doing some Banished. And possibly some Tropico. And that's kind of why we're doing City Skylines today, just to kind of make up for the fact that we won't be gaming Skylines on Friday. But we'll be playing Skylines, the different city, on Sunday. And next Friday we'll return to this, or possibly, if time permits, maybe one random weeknight as well. I kind of like this. This is cool. Bit of a smaller turnout too, which is nice, a little bit more intimate. I like that. Oh, and Curse Caliber, thanks for hanging out too. Like super, like honestly chill stream today, guys. Like really a good crowd, good vibes. We had a great conversation, I think too. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Yeah, so some of you tomorrow is Friday, right? It's already Thursday. So I'll see you guys in just a few hours, really, right? But no, the city, guys, like I said, we got like many months ahead of us. But I'm loving the way it's turning out. I love that we have some tall buildings. I love this, like the reclaimed waterfront. This is growing on me too. This is really cool. It's this little spot too. I like this, not just a perfect grid, like just a little bit of curvies and stuff. Just, I like it. All right, friends. I will take forever to say goodbye, as always. And I don't know if we're going to be doing a little bit of a raid here, but let me see if anyone else is streaming. Maybe even playing some City Skylines. We'll kind of see what's going on. We might just say goodnight here. You never know. Oh, and my internet's being... The irony, my internet's is starting to crap out right at the end right here. Yeah, no one's really playing Skylines, eh? No one's running games too. No, you know what? I think we'll just maybe. I think we'll maybe say goodnight. think we'll save the host for another night. My internet's kind of giving me some problems. All right, friends. I will see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out as always. You guys are the greatest. Amazing. I love it. You guys are like the support. You guys amazing. Like I'm literally speechless most days. You guys can tell. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will see you all again. You're all wonderful people. And oh, Romix, I'm just saying my goodbyes. But yeah, thanks for hanging out nonetheless for all of a few seconds. Shoot. I'll be streaming again on Friday though. 12-hour stream, so not too long. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. I will see you again. Hit the follow button. Friday noon till midnight. Sunday starting around 2 p.m. So I will see you guys. No German guy streaming? No, nothing. No, nothing today. But I usually like to host other people because it's kind of good just to kind of grow the community in that sense. But yeah, no one's really playing any Skylines or anything. It's maybe a little bit late too, so we'll kind of figure that out next time. Anyway, guys, again, thanks a lot. My goodbyes, they take forever. I don't know how that always ends up being the case, but sometimes I get stuck seeing in the city, and then, you know, people, all the nostalgia and feels. All right, that's it. Adios, friends. Take care of yourselves. You're wonderful.